missed the signal.
Luke, why are you wearing a... Oh, never mind. It looks like you were wearing a polo. I was like, why are you wearing a polo?
I just told them we're starting right now. With a 1. Alright, are you settled, Scott?
Yeah, we're good to go. Let's go.
Alright. Okay. Whew. Alright. Man. Let me bump up this. Oh, it's not gonna work. Nope. Well,
So
too late.
stupid.
I was trying to bump the text size up. That's fine. All right. So let's see. Make
I
sure
feel like Colin.
everyone took level 3. I believe that's correct.
Isn't it comfy?
Pretty nice.
Colin looks very comfy.
We already talked
Looks
about
like he's in
that.
a shawl.
There
it is.
We're too late in. We'll discuss that later.
He looks less comfortable
No,
now.
you'd be wrong,
We're too
sir.
late in. We'll discuss that later. All right.
Oh, no,
So
no.
there's that, and
With how
then
neatly the blankets were crossed before, he looked way more comfortable.
No, you'd be
Here
wrong,
we go.
sir.
all right.
Now it's a party.
Diaper boy.
All right. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's get started. So.
It's bald.
What's this one?
Someone help me. Someone say something.
Yeah. I'm gonna say something.
Ooh,
3, 2, 1, start!
So, after a
Take.
scuffle, oh my gosh!
Luke!
Whoa,
Three,
shut up.
2, 3,
I'm done,
2,
I'm done.
1, start!
Hang
I'm
on.
muted.
I'm going to YouTube.
Oh no.
Gosh,
I'm gonna have
Start.
something.
right now.
3,
All right.
2, 1. We're live.
After a scuffle in the forest with a all right. After a scuffle in the forest with a handful of plant-like feral creatures, you all made your way to the base of the mountain. By the efforts of your tracker, you were able to find cursed tracks and follow them up the swerving pathway, with some having more trouble keeping quiet than the others. Letting the sneakier portions of the group move ahead, the whole party made their way up the mountain. A lengthy and calculated climb later, you found Cursed Trail ended near a small alcove. Congregating together at that spot, you found a small illusionary wall protecting a tunnel carved into the mountainside. And with a cautious step, you made your way through the tunnels and the dark caves without any visible light, immediately visible life. Exploring the caverns, you did find a small sleeping area, a pool of water, and a couple other caverns. And moving deeper into them, you were ambushed by a group of kobolds who sprung a trap, spilling this ooze-like viscous stuff all over the floor, making it difficult to move. And after routing the small group, you kind of relocated at the head of the tunnel. Collected yourselves. I don't believe you guys took a short or long rest at this point. I don't know if you guys want to do that, but back in these,
Maybe we took a short rest.
did you take a short rest?
Because I'm missing a hit die
I'm very
and
sure
I'm
we took a short
pretty
rest.
not
do?
injured.
All right.
Yeah.
So you probably took a short rest. So then that means that Darian, you probably took hit dice, and I'm not sure why you would still have that many wounds.
Yeah.
So go ahead. That's okay. It's for Darian. Go ahead and roll. Don't actually roll a hit dice because it'll expend that last one you have. Just go ahead and roll a D8, or sorry, a D10, and add your Constitution modifier and recover that much. That's a D8.
Is it?
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
Unfortunately for you.
Yeah.
Can we do some kind of wizardry there?
Since we don't know, roll one more. Roll one more.
Oh my
I'll just take it. I'm gonna use the lay on
No
hands.
way.
I'm gonna use lay on hands.
All right. Oh no, we're so
So
dumb.
are you using Spencer's?
Oh, I
You're-
healed that
you're
apparently.
You're counting up.
Huh?
That has all the music.
No, I'm not using his thing.
What?
You should have
You're
it up. So
counting
you have
up.
the music.
Your
That's
wounds
weird.
go down. So
Where's the link?
you are currently in
It's
critical.
just in the
Oh,
chat,
so
in
I
our
should be
chat.
like that.
Can you guys?
Yes. Okay.
Google
Now
Hangouts
you're
at
good.
me,
Okay, that
please?
makes more sense.
It's
Now
in
we're
the
with it.
Discord.
Okay.
I can't get out of Discord or we'll mess up the cameras.
I think that'll be okay.
Oh.
I can send it to you on Hangouts.
No, I
Just
got
use
it.
lay on hands on Dav deck, not yourself.
On Dab
Yeah.
Deck?
That's okay.
Oh,
I didn't
man.
actually expend any of the charge points. I basically just said the words and no health flowed.
Well, I think it healed too, but I think Dabdak was at almost full HP anyway.
Can I heal you too, Dab Deck?
So,
Oh,
anyway,
hey, let's make it here as well.
all right. So, back in this, the kind of, you've got the cave that you guys just came out of, the tunnel that you just came out of, filled with the goopy oil type stuff. And then you've got the way you came that leads back to the entrance of these caves, and then kind of the way forward. It kind of the cave in front of you curves a little bit, a little to the
Just a
left.
second.
Yeah,
I'll
sure.
I have some stuff up.
Okay,
You
you
cut out
broke
so
up
that
a
I
little
can-
bit.
That's the problem.
Okay, all right. He's gonna fix some stuff.
How
Alright,
can
let's
I?
see.
Servers are dead.
Can I pull
He
up
should go
the?
back to the same place, Scott. So
No, he did. He will. It's just.
It's screwed up right now.
Scott, did you get the link I sent you?
I can
Yeah.
pull up the map if you guys
Okay,
like.
good, because they're still sending.
you should pull up
The rest of them are still sending.
Much better.
Whoa.
Oh,
Hey, you
wow.
sound different.
You
You
sound
sound,
different.
Yes.
you sound good.
Ah! I don't know about that.
All right.
Still
I
sending,
can pull up.
Scott, so-
I can pull up the
Give,
map
give
if you
us some of
guys
that
would like.
ASMR.
We don't need it though.
Last
coming
one.
out.
Oh, God.
ASMR.
My water bottle fell over.
What is this video?
I need my power.
Whoa!
There it is.
Yeah, So this was the map that we had before. We don't need it, but I'll pull it up if you guys would like it.
I need it
So the
to get myself
don't
an
need it.
atmosphere.
I don't need it.
You think you're funny, Luke?
window is
I think
too
I'm about
small
to need it.
for my screen, and I can't.
I'm gonna slap dab you.
Is there a way to fix that?
What's
what?
up? Sorry.
The window that the map is in is taller than my screen is, so I can't move it or
Don't have a dumb ultra wide.
There's a little thing at
If
the
you-
bottom right hand that should be let you
Can you reach the bottom right?
I cannot.
just move it up.
Okay. If you right click in the image window, there should be a resize button.
Ooh,
I don't know if that'll fix it.
small size. There it is.
Cool.
AKA Scott.
All right, so Andrew, you're back.
Yep.
All right, cool. So yeah,
Hey, buddy.
you've got the tunnel in front of you. The tunnel to the south that is just filled with that sludge. It's kind of slowly kind of seeping into the dirt and muck at the bottom of the cave floor, but it's still pretty nasty in there. And then the way back, which is the way you guys came. Was there any other questions about previous state? Because it's been a little while since we played. No
That's
question.
No.
Cool. Yeah, Scott, for your knowledge, yeah, that whole kobold fight happened. There's oil and goop all over the floor that made it hard to move in through. Oh, and you guys found, I forgot to put this in my prologue, sorry about that. But you guys found that they're moving through the caverns through the small, slits and tunnels alongside the wall. So yeah, what do you guys want to do?
I want to kill Scott
Whoa.
and then
Seconded.
myself.
Whew.
Okay.
These are things you can do, so let's be careful with that.
You said it. You said it.
Take
We'll
myself
start
out of
with
contention.
We'll start with the first attack. Anyway, Oh boy.
I don't think
That
you
probably.
got it.
I think that misses even Rosemar.
yourself.
It
Just
won't
take
take
a knife. Ah! Oh no!
All right.
Oh crap! We
Anyways,
gotta forward.
let's walk this way. Walk this way.
I have a quick question. I actually have
Go
two
for it.
questions because I held my question from earlier.
You've engaged
Go
the
for
instant death trap, Matt.
Good.
So question one.
Yeah, that's what he
I
wanted.
need spell components, don't I? To actually
Why am I
casting
spinning?
spells.
Region.
Or
Question
do
2:
I have a
steal the
focus?
spice trade. It's not really a question, but they did it anyways.
That's a good question. So you took the arcane trickster.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have a trinket. I don't know if that should be.
Oh god.
Why are you
A
spinning?
trinket isn't necessarily an arcane focus. They're a little bit different.
Okay.
Matthew and I
Let
stepped
me
on some
double check.
spinny thing.
A spin trap. It just makes you dizzy and uncomfortable.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, there we
I
go.
didn't know they made a trap like my life.
Whether or not you poop.
Diaper boy.
My second question is, I guess the group could answer this too, is what would Cthulhu's fart sound like?
Ask usual.
Why?
I don't think people know. Well, I thought about, so Spencer was going to look up noises on YouTube, and I was like, what would be like the worst sound? And I was like, something like eldritch, right? And then I was like, what would be the worst eldritch sound? And I was like, something to do with Cthulhu. And I was like, a Cthulhu fart has got to be horrifying. If he even farts, I don't know. Maybe he just expels extraneous gas through his skin.
Like me.
Or maybe that's why his screams sound so horrifying.
Maybe that's just why he's so angry. He can't fart.
I need to be seeing substantially further than.
What?
So I actually am not 100% sure how that works for Arcade Trickster. But that being said,
Like, do I just get the ability to do it because I'm super cool?
it's
the
possible.
ability
That's
to
kind of
what?
how bards work, except their arcane focus is there. Well, he has spells now since he took the Arcane Trickster archetype, but he's
I mean,
not
we
sure
could
how to
use my
reconcile
kazoo,
the
but
two.
I would have to play my kazoo every time I cast a spell,
I'm down
Absolutely. Well, anytime you cast a spell with material components,
which is like
I don't know. I mean, I think only two of your spells are material.
Ew. God.
For now, let's not worry about it.
Okay.
And I'll figure it out after we play.
Anyone just
Okay.
miss Luke hacking along into a napkin and then just go.
What do you want me to do with it? What do you want me to do with it?
No,
Off like
look
an
at it.
animal.
prepare
All right.
the zoo
Will you
anyway.
swallow it?
Yes.
So anyway, I'm not gonna keep updating this super cleanly because I'll just
God,
you
that
guys.
was a real wretch just now.
So kind of moving into this now, this other like T-shaped area of the tunnels. To your left, you see a tunnel that kind of trails off to your left, and then cuts around a corner before you can see too much more. And then to your right, to the north of you, you see a tunnel that opens up into like a much wider chamber. You can't see much in there. It's all pretty dark. I believe, unless someone brings light back up. I can't remember. Oh no, you had your
Dancing
light.
lights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dancing
Yeah.
lights were up. So, if you'd
If we
like
have
to
dark
move those
vision, can't
deeper
we
in there,
just see anyway?
well, you can see like 60 feet, but
Well,
you
some
know,
of us can
it's
see
only
really
so much.
far,
Yeah, and then
but
some
there's
people have
walls there.
superior dark vision. Yeah, but it's also hard to see because while the room is much larger, there's still like you can't like see the ends of walls. You just see kind of empty cave space. So yeah, what do you guys want to do? You guys gonna go north, south, go back, kill Rosemar?
Walk
Yes, please.
I think we should go south.
I think we go north.
I agree. with
I
north.
say north.
Yeah. South sounds
Wait, does
boring.
one way go up and one way down, or are they like level?
They're mostly level. The cave has a little bit of unevenness to it, just being kind of a relatively natural formation. But they're mostly level for the most part. Neither is really descending much so far as you can see.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I don't think we should just go charging into this cave.
No, I think we should just go charging into this cave.
It's what we do. It's what we
Ultra
do.
murdered.
I would like to charge into the cave.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right.
I will stay towards the back.
It's looking good.
I will follow Matthew.
I
Oh
will
my
follow
God.
as well.
Spencer, I'm continuing the thing I told you last week.
Can I take more steps forward?
How do I
last-
target
last
someone?
time.
I've dabbed
We
that.
don't have movement right now. We're
Do you
just
need me to remind you?
exploring. We don't even
Text
have
me
to
that
be
on
moving
Hangouts or
ourselves.
Discord,
Spencer
just so
can
I
just
remember.
Okay.
Spencer could describe everything, and we just imagine it in our heads.
Yeah, I mostly use these for battle maps, but yeah. Anyway, so let's see. Cool. I can look at this and. All right. So yeah, as you guys go charging in,
Whoa,
so-
some of us.
yeah. So okay, that's a good question. Who's running in and what's the like
I'm at
order?
the front.
All right.
I'm
I'm
gonna
not-
be
I'm
a
I
not-
am
safe
hating
distance
this
behind Matt.
brigade.
I will
Or-
not run in.
Okay.
You guys are wimps.
Everyone-
The cool people are gonna stay towards the back, like in class.
Everyone who's running, go ahead and put your tokens up like on the threshold of this cave,
Oh, okay.
or in the
Threshold.
cave. All right.
Get out of here.
So
Oh, Lord.
Luke is
I'm
right
all-
there with me.
I'm behind Matthew.
okay.
Oh my
All right.
God, y'all.
So as you guys go, that's okay. I don't pay
Oh,
attention to that.
I grabbed
The
the wrong
tokens don't matter. So
I was
as
just listening to Spencer.
Regal, as you, so what's the general order? Droden, you said you're behind Regal,
Something like this, probably.
and then okay,
Yeah.
so you guys are both kind of behind Regal. So Regal, as you go charging in, as your feet kind of hit the
It's not good.
bottom of the cave, the floor feels different. It doesn't feel like
Feels
the rest
not
of the
there.
cave does. No, it's still there. It's still
Oh, God.
um,
10,000 feet.
but it feels like it's like the difference of like it's the difference of going from like wet packed sand to dry
That's a good thing. We're going in the right
or-
direction.
dry, more moving sand. There's no form to it.
All right.
Oh, good gosh.
But it's not. Sorry, to be clear, it's not sand. It's just the rock and dirt feels less firm.
It's a loam.
I would like to backflip gainer 2 steps forward.
Okay, I got it, Connor.
Hey.
Okay.
Not really.
I said it. He
All right.
said it.
So-
no take back.
Just for the sake,
Once you
opening
start
this
the
up a little
backflip
bit.
gamer.
So as you do enter
I'll roll
this
for
room,
you, Matt.
it
There
widens.
you go.
He got it.
The tunnel opens up a little bit, or not the tunnel, but the cave opens up, and it's this huge natural structure. So I know this map has rock things in the middle of it, but there's no rock things in
I
the
was
middle.
told it was
In fact,
open, big and natural.
let's see. So
I'm gonna stand by
And
You gonna
there's a
take my roll,
dragon
Matt?
sitting in
You
the
gonna
corner.
take my roll, Matt?
I'm gonna
Not
stand
quite.
by that.
Droden and Darian,
Yeah.
go ahead and give
That's
me
bad.
perception checks.
You guys are
I already rolled.
Okay.
No.
Got him.
It's gonna be in that one.
I'm
Wait,
so done.
there we go. Perception.
Alright.
my gosh.
Oh!
Hey!
My first 2 rolls of.
God, the
Wait,
dichotomy of
I didn't roll
D&D.
the proficiency skill. Give me a second, you know.
You're
Okay.
just gonna add your
Are
modifier.
there numbers on the dice?
There we go. Oh my god!
unprecedented. Wow.
God,
20
not 21.
and then 2 ones. And then also another 20. All right, so
God.
Darian,
What?
What's up, man?
You die.
you walk in.
I have the
become
parasitics
so
on my side.
unperceptive you forget to breathe.
So as you walk into this room, it's like really dark. And you can see
Hey,
for the
whoa.
most part.
What's going on?
No, I'm sorry, you don't have dark vision.
Yeah,
So
human.
with the dim amount of light, you can't really see a whole lot. You see Regal just charge into the room and just vanish.
Backflip gainer
Gone.
into the darkness.
And that's all you see. Droden, however, only
Sees
fittingly
everything.
with superior dark vision.
Yeah.
There's this cave is relatively large, but it's definitely been looking kind of around the this cave area. The walls and the ceiling have been chiseled away. It's natural, but something has eroded the walls and ceiling as time has gone on, and not as time has gone on, because that would sound natural, but something has eroded the walls and the ceilings of this cave, such that it's a lot flatter and open. Where in the previous room there were stalactites and stalagmites, not huge, but decent sized uneven terrain to this cave. It's now a lot more flush. It doesn't quite look chiseled, but it definitely looks like there were something has gone and cleaned this room, hollowed it out like a pumpkin almost. And Regal, you see kind of some of this too, but not quite as much. In fact, just to be specific, Droden, you can see in the middle of this cave there used to be like some sort of pillar or walled structure that has just been completely wiped out. Let's see. Yeah, so you guys get a decent more look at this room. It's mostly round. There's a little bit of an alcove to the right, as you can see, and then it carries on. You guys can't see much farther into this darker area. So, Regal, how far are you going out?
Backflip gainer to right here.
Right there, like right at the entrance?
Right, yeah, just
Okay.
a few steps in.
Okay, yeah, you can make it in there. You don't see anything.
Gotta make my acrobatics check real quick.
Okay, yeah, make an acrobatics check.
Oh!
Nat 20 again.
I'm just
What
gonna
is-
check. Oh my lord!
No way!
A curse is upon Luke for the rest of the night. Everything he does.
It's okay, Matthew's balancing it out.
My first
I
roll
don't
nat
believe
20.
it.
I used up all my power.
Oh
Wow, I'm going to screen cap this.
That's unbelievable.
3 nat 1. After a nat 20.
Wow.
Guys.
Just insane.
The odds are
It's
getting
either a
pretty
nat 20 or a
steep,
nat
guys.
1.
Yeah, 21.
21.
Oh
Anyway,
my gosh.
all right. So yeah, this room, seems go ahead.
Spencer, I believe you forgot a vital part of the story.
What's that? Oh yeah, yeah. So, a gainer is a vault used to
It's like when it looks small at first.
move over. Yeah, exactly. No, a gainer is a vault particularly used to get over about a stomach high obstacle of some kind. And there's not really anything like that here. But running into the room, you can definitely basically do whatever acrobatic thing you want. So if you want to run in and just backflip for the heck of it,
That's exactly what I want to do. I want to.
all right.
Yes, that.
So can you roll?
But like in
a-
a cross pose, like my arms are out to the side, my legs are straight down. Want to run?
Sure. Absolutely, and it's the cleanest backflip
Juicy.
Darian and Droden have seen.
Do I see it?
Yeah, you see it just in
Okay.
front of you.
You see me upside down in the cross pose right before I fade into.
Should I roll to
Yeah.
perceive it?
That's a good point. So you see the first half of it,
Okay.
but you don't get to witness the landing.
I'm
But
just
anyway,
It was a great landing.
Thank you.
Toby's just like.
so actually, what's a good way to put this? Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Regal, give me a strength saving.
Oh god, it's gonna be a nat 1.
You're dead.
Now, Matt, I'm the only one who can roll that
We
ones.
should play a hardcore D&D campaign where everyone just dies like in Dark Souls.
Will that just be the strength dice? My mom.
Strength
yes.
saving through specifically.
Well, so
Oh, yeah.
if- on the right side, yeah.
You're gonna be catching like a boulder or some
Aye,
shit, man.
alright.
All right, yeah. So as you land, you kind of like pause for a second as your like clawed feet kind of sink into the ground just a little,
Oh,
like
yeah.
just like an inch,
It's
Oof.
sinking
and you
sand.
can hear like the
Sick. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Or the
no.
floor
Do I have
breaking.
time to scream?
yeah,
Roll
no,
the
nothing
scream.
happens.
Roll the
Okay.
You're fine, but yeah, just that happened.
Maybe not backflipping into the room is a better
I'm
choice.
I want to do
Gonna-
another backflip.
I'm gonna take a step back from the room.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna step back with him as good sense. I saw someone vanish into the darkness, and then someone
You
took
can-
a step back.
Yeah, well,
I'm
and you
gonna,
can
put- I'm
hear.
gonna throw
you
my
can
lights
hear
out
the,
around
like,
Matthew.
No, I
so
don't need them.
It's not
Well,
super. It's
I'm
not.
gonna put all my
super,
lights as far down
um,
this tunnel behind us as
No,
possible.
no, 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 no,
Oh
no,
my
no, no, no,
gosh.
no. We're not doing that. I'm going in this blind.
You can hear Darian the cracking sound. It's
Okay.
not real audible. The rest of you can hear something happened. It's hard to tell what it was though.
Like
It's
the
not real
floor
loud.
is cracking?
You can
Hey,
certainly find out.
Darian can't see me, right?
No, I
All
can't.
No,
right,
not at this point.
Can
Do
I
I know
play
the
a
floor is
practical
cracking?
joke on him?
You can.
I just want to shoot my
try.
lightning off into the distance just to freak him out.
Yeah, go for it.
It's gonna
Um,
alert kobolds.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
Roll
just
the
like
scream.
Can I roll to perceive the ruse?
I
You
mean,
can't see us.
it's
There's
just-
no ruse to perceive.
there's
I
not.
guess
I don't know.
Pitch black.
Just lightning shooting out of. Where are you shooting it?
I'm just gonna shoot it off in this vector direction.
Got it.
Gosh.
If you right click, you
Scientific
can
function.
click the pointers and you can like make a. Oh, I'm moving people.
Oh,
you can like draw a pointer
okay.
thing.
Yeah, that
But
way.
yeah,
But
that's
it's 30
we
feet,
don't
right?
need to use that. Yeah, so just with a loud clap, this giant bolt of lightning just flashes out in the darkness and just kind of shoots off into that direction of the cave. It's enough illumination that you can't see him, but the bolt does come from nowhere and just like pow across
My
the room.
deity keeps me calm.
Oh,
All right, Colin, you were gonna say something?
Yeah, do I know that the floor's cracking right now?
You're kind of far
You
back.
heard something,
Or do I know
Oh
that
but
something is
what have I
cracking?
done?
Whoa!
you heard the sound. Yes. It's
Okay.
it's hard to tell what it was, and to be clear, it was only around where he landed.
What's
was the
going on
sound
up there?
from there?
I'm just gonna
It's
ask
all under control.
Okay, let me delete that.
I just can't wait to roll my next
Okay.
one.
Here, I can get it. Oh,
yeah,
you
no,
got
I
it.
got it.
Cool.
I'm super sketched out by this floor.
Alright, I'm gonna take a few steps in the alternate direction.
Okay.
Gonna
Yeah, you can do so.
go on over this way. Just
mean-
straight over.
Dylan, you and
Okay.
I are a lot lighter.
Can I,
than he is.
Notice how the
Yeah.
ground feels.
But I don't know if that's what
Um.
the is, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a.
Are you just trying to see like what are you looking for? Like looking at the properties of the ground, or specifically just seeing
how
if
it
you
feels
see the same?
on my feet relative to where I was earlier.
Okay, yeah. So let's see, where was your? Yeah, based on your previous checks, walking around, it feels like I said, the ground feels soft. It doesn't feel like the previous cave tunnel did. It feels like your feet have a little give into it, but it doesn't feel like it's not like just then when you landed and you felt like almost a shudder, right? You kind of sunk slightly, but it feels like it's light. It's kind of like walking in an attic crawl space, right? When you're walking along, just kind of like what's the word? Just not paneling, because that would be horrifying. But like plywood set down across the beams of the attic. So it's got a little bit of give to it. It doesn't feel like you're falling or breaking anymore like you were before.
That's horrifying.
Okay. So,
We can't hear you.
Are you saying things?
Your voice just dead.
Yeah, your voice is gone.
Nope.
Nope. Why do you still have
Hello?
your shirt on like that? Oh, there
Hey!
you
Hey!
okay. That was weird.
I believe you.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
go. Nope.
Quietly?
A little bit.
Nope. Loud? Good?
You're a little too
No.
quiet.
Yeah,
a little
that's
too
good.
quiet.
Too quiet?
Oh.
Good?
About there is good for me. Wherever you settle there is fine.
Alright, it's not worth it at this point. Okay, put it back. Alright, I'd like to shout back. Let him know what I observe.
Okay.
We're just alerting all the people.
I'd like to shoot
I
a
mean,
lightning bolt right at Darian.
How many times?
Oh,
can you
I think
do
I
that?
just sent an invite to someone.
Hey
But,
everyone, the ground is
Come
much
on.
firmer here than it is right over there, so I suggest that
Backflip
First of
gainer
all-
to the left.
whoever's gonna backflip Gainer into here, do it in this direction. But I suggest we fan out, cover as much ground as possible, because
so-
there's a
just to clarify, not clear. It feels about the same as over there did. It just didn't crack or like sink in like it did.
All
when
right,
you
I'd like
landed.
to perform another experiment then,
Okay.
and another backflip Gainer, just to test the ground.
Oh my
Go for
gosh.
it.
Just
Yeah,
to see
roll
if
and
it does the
Going to
same
fall
thing.
through and die.
roll an
Before he does
acrobatics
this-
check.
Oh my god.
What's that, Droden?
Before he attempts this second experiment, I would like to not leave the tunnel.
All right. Okay, yeah. Pretty solid backflip Gainer.
Just in this
you land.
direction. Right here.
You okay?
Just
You
one.
land, and go ahead and give me a strength saving throw.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So as you land, the large,
Colin.
kind of spread dragonborn feet hit the ground, and the ground almost kind of spider webs out from
Jesus Christ, we're on
from
ice.
your feet, and it stops, and everything settles.
Okie dokie.
Let's maybe not.
I want to do another one.
Oh my gosh.
Droden,
Guys.
can you bring the lights over here?
It's just a
With
bluff.
an idol?
He
It's-
told me not to.
Look,
You're
this
gonna
is what
I
needs
feel
to
like it'd
happen.
be a
This is
good
what
idea.
needs to happen.
I'm gonna scatter my lights around the cave in front of
Clearly,
us.
we are on some kind of glass and or ice. We need to fall through to get to the
Why
next
can't we just walk
progress.
to the next area?
Have the-
Because
the-
this, first of all,
Have
this
the
could be a
lights been
shortcut.
scattered?
I don't know. Have the lights
If you
scattered
guys were
Yes,
helping, we
yeah.
could
Why
figure
don't
this
you-
out.
around
Why
the
don't
room?
you smack the
Yeah.
ground to
Okay.
try to break it in front of you?
Because
I'm gonna-
that's not as cool.
I'm gonna start walking forward, poking the ground with my
Die.
staff.
Okay.
You don't know that.
And
So,
only stepping where
first
I
off,
deem safe.
as the
The
lights spread
two
out,
heaviest people are doing.
as the lights
Having
spread out
down
across the room,
strain.
as lights start to spread across the room, you see just the faintest bit of motion
Kobolds.
dart from the north part of the. No, you see the faintest bit of motion, just like a blur, dart over deeper into this area of the cave, kind of to the north.
Okay.
And then you can see now, from on the.
Do I see the blur?
Yeah, you guys can pretty much all see as the lights kind of fade out. It's just like, it's definitely someone was just about to get lit up and went to cover.
I would like to sprint in whatever direction
Oh my
that is.
god.
That was to the north.
Okay.
You can also. All right, before you do that,
Are you
you can also see
Matt's dead.
the cracks have spread out across the room and kind of to the north a little bit, and so you've got almost this. It looks like, now that you have light, it looks like rock, but it's kind of got this flaky look to it, as well as a layer of dust on top of it. And so it's almost like, it almost has, it's not transparent, but it's still opaque, but it's got kind of that like fractured look to it. And yeah, you can go charging to the north if you would like to do so.
I would like to do that.
All right. Yeah?
I would like to attempt to break a section of the floor off and study it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold back. I do not follow Regal into that good night.
Okay. So Regal will get to that.
Regal!
Do you want me to stop anywhere? Or can I
that.
just be here?
There is fine. All right. So.
Just gonna show it's Rodin for now.
All right. So, Drodin, go ahead and just roll a straight strength check. Just to kind of try and, it's pretty easy to find a portion of this like kind of structure. Well, it's easy enough to find it. There's a small portion of it that is almost kind of stuck out, almost like almost like a leaf that has been that's just kind of sticking out. So you've got this relatively fragile piece, and pulling at it, it's got some give to it. You could definitely, someone could get it loose, but you're having trouble actually pulling it up.
I go over and lend my ability, which will probably be in that one, but let's find out.
A nat one will get you better than mine.
If you can,
Yeah, two.
Sure, go ahead and roll a strength check, flat strength.
For you, Matthew.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. In fact, without too much effort, you're able to kind of, after Drodin points it out, you can kind of yank a portion off of it, and you now have a small piece of like, opaque,
Is everyone good?
I don't know.
A smooth, opaque piece of this floor. It feels like some kind of mineral, but you're not 100% sure exactly what it is, but it doesn't look different than the rest of the rock. It's just thin and almost brittle.
I
hand make it. Did
I hand wrote in
Regal
part of the piece I tore off.
Yeah, I don't think I hit anything on the way.
Yeah, you can make it down that tunnel, and just as you're, so I'll go ahead and expand this since we're using this. Let me grab
Since we're
my.
living dangerously.
10 down.
Now that I've shattered basically all the ground behind me for you.
All right, I think we'll just go ahead and do like that. So, well, I'll go ahead and reveal this. So
you get ritually sacrificed.
So as you
today, Satan.
as you run around the corner, there is definitely. I forgot. I have a thing I can.
It's another penis.
This one's limp though.
Same.
Oh, gosh.
Nope, that one's not great. What's
A
this
lot
one?
of penises in this game.
Nope, that's two.
Oh god, this one down here. Oof. Didn't even notice that one.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh. Orin's running
Trying to
off.
find a good.
Good dying music for Regal.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna backflip Gainer right into the center of this.
Just a big Wilhelm scream.
Yeah, so as you go darting around the corner, you can see there is a kobold just starting to. You can't see it on this map because I didn't make this map because I'm dumb. But there is a exit to this cavern at the back, and there is a and you just briefly see one kobold darting towards the exit. Let me see if I can't get a
Some good cavern
token here.
music.
A kobold about right there, and there's a. Is this what I want? I think it is. Yeah, and there's another kobold, kind of at the entrance,
one's
with
bigger.
these, with like these, almost these. I don't know. The shape's weird. You can't. It's hard
That
to
is a
see.
bigger kobold.
But
Do I have anything I can throw to potentially incapacitate? I have my short staff, but that's really it.
it's up to you.
You're
I
gonna
don't know what you
throw
want.
your
attempt.
only-
I can see. I've got my fists.
Can
Yeah,
I see him? Can I see the
I
kobold?
say
There's no way you can see
you're
this.
heckin' far.
Yeah, there's no.
I'm
Yeah,
125
so
feet
far
away.
Yeah,
There's lights
I
in
don't-
there.
With
We
with
can
the
only
lights
see
up
30
there,
feet.
You can't. This isn't wanted. You can't curve.
With the lights
But
there,
Tyler,
you can probably
is-
see that he is chasing some.
Can I move
Can't-
up to?
wow, actually, that's 125 feet.
I
Yeah,
can
That's
see
what I'm
it.
saying.
I
But
can
there's
see it.
obstacles.
Can I move up to
The
like
that middle
Oh,
obstacle.
those aren't there.
there?
Yeah.
And then can I see him?
Yeah, you can see them pretty
Can I
decent
shoot him?
clearly. One of
No,
them is
my God, we don't want to
Uh,
kill everything we see.
you
Yes,
can
we
you
do.
can you can certainly try. Which one?
I
would you
want to
like
just
try to
I
shoot?
also want
spear
to
my
try.
my short staff at him to try and
All
bonk
right.
him on the head.
All right. So
Don't-
everyone
Everyone
who
fleek
wants
it is
to,
using poison spray.
everyone who wants to throw
Wait.
attacks down, go ahead and roll. Give me your attack rolls. These are just tokens I've thrown down. They don't have HP.
I say we
But-
let the lizard die.
Oh wait, our
All
attack
right,
rolls.
Connor, sounds good. Yeah.
I want to throw one of my stones. One of my
Oh my
shaped
God.
stones.
Can
No,
I?
no. Your first
No,
roll's
you
fine.
can't.
Okay.
18 is well enough to hit.
I just want to
7
bonk him, or at least slow him down so I
17.
can catch him.
17 and 24 both also hit.
Then wrestle.
Who are you guys? Who are you guys?
I'm
specifically
throwing it
attacking?
at this closest boy to me.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and roll damage with your
Yeah.
quarterstaff, and then Droden, who are you shooting?
The far one.
Okay, and then Dapdak, who are you shooting?
Also the far one.
All right.
What'd you ask me to roll?
Oh,
All right. 4 piercing damage. Roll your damage. So it's just your quarterstaff damage.
Oh, that's
um,
not what I meant to do.
Well, you recovered 4 hit points.
Well, you know,
Um.
where's
The
my
little victories.
quarterstaff damage? It's a D8, so I know that. Oh no!
Okay. Well, you know. Yeah.
what
So-
weapon do you use, Tyler? Oh no. Yeah. Tyler.
I've got a longbow.
Okay. We're good.
This is not quite. Let's do. What did I have?
Tyler's
Was
got
this one?
heckin' range.
I do have heckin' range.
Wait, okay, where's my quarterstaff?
All right.
How do I roll damage on that specifically?
If you go to the actions tab, you have you to see where the quarterstaff lists the damage right there. You can you can click and drag that into the. But technically, you're throwing
Oh.
it, which is about.
Hey,
Would
I was wrong because it's a D6 plus 2.
Okay, just re-roll the damage.
Also, mine was.
Oh,
Well,
never
you would-
mind.
Because it's outside.
You wouldn't roll normal damage, right? Because it's like a.
Sorry.
You're just throwing an object, right?
It'll
Eight,
it
eight,
ends up being
eight,
the same
eight,
for him.
eight,
Really?
specifically.
eight.
At the moment, yes. In this situation, it does. All right. Wait. 8?
8. Yeah, it's a D6 plus 2. I accidentally rolled the wrong thing. So I rolled a 5 plus 2.
That's
7.
That's 7.
But yeah, but
Oh my
that's
God,
okay.
calm
Good
down,
try,
guys.
bro.
Like you've never made a simple addition mistake in your life? Jesus
Nope.
Christ.
Nope.
Never,
All right.
not once.
They don't let you into
Not
class.
even once.
Okay. So as you guys do this, so we have attacks from. So that hits. You throw your quarterstaff and it hits that that first kobold right in the back of the head, and he stumbles and kind of falls on the ground.
Idiot.
I would like to pounce.
Okay, hang on. Okay, good. He's good.
You're way far.
And then
I am way fast.
You don't know what the hell's down.
He's just been bonked on the head.
Gainer
You're
onto
gonna
him.
Backflip, I'll backflip gainer onto him.
you guys are insane. All right, so Dabneck, you
Real
hit.
isn't- I've already said let's let the
You
lizard.
get you get an arrow right in the
I can
chest of
see
the
this far.
like larger shape, the silhouette of this looking. It's hard to tell what's going on, but this like slightly larger looking kobold, not like huge. He's
Bless
not
you.
like super bulky or anything like that, or normal size, but his shape is a little bit broader. It's hard to tell what's going on without getting direct light right on top of him. So that's 7 HP for him. All right, and then Droden, 4.
Been hitting the magic mushrooms.
All right, so that is so cool. All right, so let me grab his HP real fast so I know exactly what it is.
3.
So this is just happening, isn't it?
Yes.
What are you eating, Colin?
Zebra cakes.
Zebra cake.
God's gift to man.
All right,
True.
cool. So as that happens, they're going to take their turns. The first kobold, he's gonna pick himself up, and he's going to.
Don't ask me how this fits in my calorie budget.
Colin.
All right.
How does
So
it
yeah,
I give you
uh,
one
budget.
instruction.
Since
The
I give
first-
you one instruction, and you couldn't follow it.
The
I
first
guess-
kobold,
It
the one
fits
you
into it because it's
knocked
Friday
over,
night.
he stumbles a bit and catches himself.
The ones are over.
Okay, we'll get to that, Connor. So he stumbles and moves a little bit. That's about his turn, unfortunately. And then the other one takes the arrow right to his shoulder and kind of sneers out from this
Judgment's
back
up.
this back like little crevice area, and kind of yes, and he steps out into the cave now and
Who's the big
jumps
boy?
from he steps out into the cave and kind of takes one step and then jumps, and these huge like leathery wings like fly
Oh,
out
boy.
of the back, and
I cannot
he
wait to lightning bolt
immediately
this guy.
shoves back up into the air.
How many times can you lightning bolt?
There's no limit.
No,
from
there
what I
is
saw.
there is a limit. It's at a long rest it comes back, I believe. It's
So you no longer have
it's
your
either a
lightning.
long rest or
You
let me
can
double
do
check.
more than one, but
He flew up into the air.
Yes, he did fly up into.
Oh, okay, so he's already taken off.
Guys, let's get out of
He's
here.
taking 2 arrows.
Guys, should I
There's
use
the
magic
other
missiles?
guy.
He
no,
has
we're getting in there.
he has taken 2 arrows. Hang on, I'm getting to that.
Come
Got a
right in
quarter
the grundle.
staff.
He's presented it.
Oh god. Never present.
A short or long rest.
Stand and
But we'll
present.
get to that. So as you do so, he makes a couple motions with his hands, and with like this.
Naruto.
Naruto
Yeah,
does
yeah,
the
he does
same
what-
thing.
No, he
Oh yeah, I bet you were.
Makes,
Jutsus.
a small like a diamond in the air, and there's a small flash of purple light, and
Sasuke.
this like
Sasuke, you bad
there's this
daddy.
like rumbling from the top of the cave.
Rip that.
And that's
I'm
it.
not scared.
Regal.
It's just rumbling.
The whole
Like
yeah, it's like
above?
this. Yeah, like above somewhere up on the ceiling, there's like this rumbling, and it like shakes the cavern just a little bit. And there's like little bits of rock kind of
Dang.
fall down from the
Well,
ceiling. And that's his turn.
I need to take a short rest real quick, guys.
We already did, didn't we?
You
well,
did
I
tell me
used
to
a
do
breath weapon to scare Darren.
I don't
All right,
think we can
um,
sit
It
around
didn't
for an
work.
hour waiting
All right,
for
I want to sprint straight at this boy.
Okay, go for it.
Like full
you
sprint and tackle.
Yeah, you can run right at him. Let's see, that's... Yeah, you can probably make it right up. So the winged kobold is up in the air, but you can make it to the other one for sure. And so go ahead and roll a grapple. So that's your athletics versus his acrobatics or athletics. And I know
How hard is it for me to get up over there so
Ooh,
I can magic missile these folk?
could have been better.
Doesn't magic
So-
missile have a
Tyler,
thing?
please.
What?
It does.
You're making.
It has a range of like
Jesus
100.
Christ, calm down.
So you can get up there. It's probably going to. You can get up there, Scott. You'd have to get into this room, but you can get up there.
How do I? Oh,
You can just move. You should be able to just move your token. Just click and drag.
God, I want to
not
see your
using
cake
the
so
map.
hard right now.
Yeah.
I'm
anyway.
playing, dude. I'm playing.
Oh,
D&D,
that is
old
a
school
not
style.
great.
Just with
That's a
my
9
mind.
for his acrobatics check. So yeah, you can tackle on top of him and grab this kobold.
All right,
You
I
backflip
grabbed
Gainer?
them.
Mhm.
I can't.
Well, that's you can potentially next turn, but you've used your movement and your action.
Dang. All right.
So
Have I grappled him, or am I in the process of grappling?
You've got him. He's stuck.
Yeah,
He
Do I
has
got him
to,
like in an arm bar or something?
sure. Yeah, absolutely. You can
All right. that
hold
works.
him down, and he's stuck. He has to try and wrestle free.
All right, you guys got to get to me.
I slide in on my stomach and start tapping the ground.
All right. So besides, oh my god, besides Regal, what's everyone doing one at a time? So Droden and Davdak, since you guys
God,
fired,
you guys
what
are
do you
so
guys
far
do?
back there.
You are so far up there.
You guys gotta come with me.
I am going to
Be brave.
through the cavern.
I am
and
doing
stick to the back
backflip
wall
gainers on glass,
over
sir.
here.
Okay.
And then I'll start shooting as soon as I can.
Where's over
Okay.
here? You're gonna
I'll
have to
do the
describe
same
it for me
thing.
'cause I'm not.
So
I'm gonna
Davdak and
curl around to
Droden,
the right.
yeah,
and,
both follow the right edge of the wall, kind of hugging towards the
hug the wall.
Make sure you
Yeah,
run with
towards
your
the
arms
wall.
behind you.
and you guys can both take another shot.
They're
if you like.
faster.
Aerodynamic.
And Rosemar, you can get up there. I'm gonna say,
Fleek it.
go ahead, roll an initiative check. So that's if you look at your character sheet, in the main section,
Can't do it anymore.
right in the middle is the init, and if you grab that little dice
Init?
and roll it in the chat, you can roll an initiative. I just want to see
are we
like
rolling
how-
initiatives?
no. I'm just having him roll it so I know kind of how quickly he's getting into this mess.
Flying bow.
It's kind of whether or not he gets to attack this turn or the next turn. And then so
I
let
probably
me
should
get
actually
to-
target him, but not bad.
Well, this wasn't good.
all right.
That's-
That hits. So you're shooting the winged kobold again.
Yep.
Okay.
You could never hurt me.
Goodness sakes, you have a +7.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Nerf
Okay.
Tyler.
So
Tyler
that
does need to be nerfed. He's got like 57 health too.
I do not. I have like 36.
Oh, that's
That's
awesome.
so much.
Still a ton.
that is not enough to hit.
Oof.
So
Yeah, I figured.
Droden, as you take another shot, you let the arrow go, and Davdax and your arrows soar right next to each other, and Davdax just
Swear if you hit
falls
me.
slightly short, and you're shooting the winged kobold, right? Just
Yeah.
double check. Cool. Yeah, it hits the winged kobold right in the shoulder, and it like goes right through, and you can almost see Regal. You can almost see the arrow has like gone like through his shoulder, and he kind of like snarls back, and he's like his like left wing is kind of having to flap
Compensate.
harder in order to compensate for the. He's not looking super great.
He's about to die.
You don't know that.
Well, you know, whenever you say he's not looking super great, that usually means one more is done for.
No, that's he's looking rough.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Sorry, not looking super great. Looking
That's
rough.
like 50%.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
No, Mr.
Cool. So there's you guys. So,
I expect you to die.
Kellen and Oren, what do you guys
Cat.
I'm heading towards
do? And
the
then
right.
we'll.
All
All right.
Wait, is Connor going?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, there's a cat on that screen.
Trying to keep her from.
His name is Colin.
Kellen, what are you doing?
Okay.
Alright.
Can I blind with prestidigitation? Because I can create like sparks in business.
Maybe if you did it like in their eyeball.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
that's
would
what I'm
be, it'd
thinking.
be pretty difficult. I'd have you probably roll an Arcana check.
In their eyes.
See how effective it was. I'd say.
Can I do something like a team flash where like I yell it out and then I just.
Oh my gosh.
Flashing.
Triggered.
Dog damn. Oh my gosh. I need to teach him how to call
Prestidigitation
it.
is probably not like.
Let's have someone else teach him.
It's a cantrip.
I
It's
call it
probably not the best
So far ahead, Luke.
thing
Alright.
to use to blind.
Alright.
someone. Yeah.
I'm
flashing, I'm flashing, I'm flashing, I'm flashing.
Here.
Yeah, where's you going?
I guess I'll run in. Okay, cat. And I will.
Whoa.
I'll shoot it with the short bow.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Colin, did you see my message? My gnomish message?
Gnom.
Oh. I follow Connor.
Okay.
I follow
Well, that's
Oren.
not suspicious.
I follow Oren. We're in the
Okay.
cave though, right?
Guys, we're about to get
Yeah.
heckin' abandoned.
Connor.
Abandoned.
Oren.
Yeah.
We're in the cave, right?
Yes, you're in the.
Okay,
You
okay,
guys
okay.
have moved into the cave, and there's
Yeah.
now you can see kind of moving more to the right, just
Okay.
past Dabdak and
Okay.
Droden. You can see as the cave curves off to the right slightly. There's kind of another smaller cave. It's like it's more of an alcove than the map makes it look, but it's just kind of a smaller, more bulbous part that has these
She's presented her butt.
walls jutting in and out. So you guys figure out what you're doing. You can't.
I was gonna go ahead and shoot at the guy, the flying guy,
Okay.
if I can. If not, then I'll shoot at the
So-
less. Oh, I'll shoot at the guy to the right.
Okay. Sure. I'll say, Oren, since you can point it out, yeah, you can. You guys can now see there's another
Oh.
I'm gonna yell at
kobold
him
over
on this.
there. I mean, you guys can yell at it and you can make an attack. Technically, the rest of you don't know that there's another one there, but you know the gnomes are attacking. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, the gnomes.
Those
Are,
crazy
are
gnomes.
attacking.
but anyway, there's another one over there.
Communicatoing and
what would
gnomish
what would the
here,
gnomes
and
like to do?
I'm gonna make a
How
gnomish
close can I
attack.
get to it before?
Why did you leave me, cat?
You're probably still a good. I'm gonna say a good 450 feet away. You can maybe get within 60, but
Wait, what?
you can probably. Sorry, you can probably get like round 50-ish. What are you looking to do?
I just want to see how close I can get to know what attacks or spells I can try.
Why don't you let me pet you?
Okay. You can
Can I
probably
get within 40 feet of it? I think that's close enough.
Let me pet you, cat.
Probably not quite. You're probably just on the edge of 40 feet.
Dang it.
Yeah. Close.
Oh, what you
Next
doing,
turn. But
Being a butt.
so just as you guys are deciding, Darian, what are you doing?
I
we're not
already
really in
decided.
combat.
I rolled an attack.
Oh, my bad. Okay,
Okay.
that hits.
Cool.
Darian, what are you doing? So go
Get
ahead and roll
right.
damage.
I'm gonna need you to kill this flying boy.
I'll move. I guess all I can do is really move. Do I? How limited am I? I can, since we're in combat, I can only move like 40.
How's he looking? Did I nail him?
We didn't roll initiative, so what kind of state are we in the game right now?
I mean, It's rough combat. It's rough
It's
combat.
sad.
So how far can I
Yeah.
go? How far can I give a good old sprint?
You
It's
can
like
probably
Fortnite, right?
move
There's, like,
about
multiple skirmishes going
30, 40 feet or so. Not about your move. Like, so
Okay.
about 30 feet. Yeah, let's say 30 feet. For your
There you
movement.
go. That's my turn.
All right.
Wow.
Okay, so
make
If you
You can take the dash action.
you can dash and move
Dash
another
and-
30 feet.
Oh, and I just realized I did like I can move diagonally as a step, right?
Yes.
Also,
Okay, I'm gonna redo my movement.
Okay.
aren't each of these squares 5 feet?
Yes.
They're 5 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I can dash.
Come here, Kit Kat. Let me
Yeah,
play.
dash
Another
gives
30
you
feet, yeah.
another full movement. Yeah. As an action, that's your action to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won't
Gotta
be
get
able
up
to
here.
attack.
You gotta get up here.
Do I know the guy to the right's there?
You know
you-
that Kellen shot at something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Kellen, you're shooting at the guy on the right.
I'm
correct?
gonna go check on Regal.
Can he hear my kerfuffle?
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
check on Regal.
You guys can tell that Regal is engaged something directly.
You mean I'm dominating something?
Yes.
I'm
you
checking
dominated
on
something.
Regal.
All right. So as you, so I noted down that's 8 points of damage to the other one. Orin, were you doing something?
I can't. So, I mean, I'll move here, I guess.
Okay.
Don't sit on my book, please.
But I
Okay.
don't want to. I can't get close enough to do anything. So I'll just use my action to move a little further.
All right. So that brings us back to the normal kobold that you have dominated, and he's going to try
Thank
and
you.
he's going to try and break free of your grapple. So that's
Oh.
athletics versus his acrobatics or athletics. So go ahead and roll your athletics. Dang, that's pretty dang good. Nope, 17. So no, you still have him
He remains
trapped,
dominated.
and that's his turn. He does remain dominated. So then the other winged kobold, they're both of them at the same time are going to start casting another spell, and as they do so, the whole room shudders again.
Guys, I'm
this
about
time-
to get whisked off into
More rocks and bits start falling from the sky as the ground you saw before, that where Regal had cracked it, starts kind of spider webbing more across
So
the.
this is happening like in the whole cavern, not just over there.
Yes, the whole cavern is
Okay.
starting.
That was gonna happen
seems-
anyways.
Are the backflip gainers gonna be our undoing?
And
That was gonna happen anyways, Luke.
Nope. And so as this happens, the shaking kind of subsides, and you hear just like this, and then this massive piece of rock falls from the ceiling, kind of like unhinging and just smashes into the center, and
Oh
bits
no.
of this floor just go flying everywhere as it smashes right through, and the bits of the floor just start kind of like falling apart through all the cracks that have spider webbed. So we're gonna do one more turn, and this like the whole thing is like just starting to fall apart essentially, from the center outwards. So you guys each get one more turn, and then yeah, we'll see what happens. So let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and start with Regal at the top of the round.
I know.
Keep dominating.
Did I pick up my quarterstaff?
You can pick it up now, yeah.
All right. Is
And
that
you
my
can kind of
action?
use it in your. No, there's you get kind of a pickup or simple item interaction for.
Okay. I'd like to. Where is the winged kobold in the same spot that it is right now?
It is about like 15 feet up.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to grab my kobold.
Oh, I like it. Give him a heave.
Exactly. And I want
Oh,
to drag him all the way. Oh, nope. I want to drag him all the way over here.
Okay.
Just like
Yeah.
in a chokehold. Just drag
Yeah.
him over.
Yeah, you can do that.
And could my action be to tie him to my quarterstaff?
Oh my gosh.
or is that a little stretch?
It can be, but I'm gonna have you roll like another grapple check to do it.
All right.
gonna be
Yeah,
hard.
I want to do that.
You gotta
Okay.
keep dominating that.
All right. So are you, when you moved over there, are you just moving against the wall, or there is that cavern right there? Are you moving into the cavern?
Is there a cavern right here?
Yeah, it's not shown on the map because I'm dumb, but there is.
Yeah,
a
I'm just kind of making my way in, but I'm
Okay.
on the wall. Is the main point. I'm
Okay.
on the wall, and I've slowly started to make my way towards that, area.
Got
I don't
it.
know where
Alright.
the cavern starts, but I'm on the wall.
It's right like where you are right now.
Okay. Well, I want to be on the wall then, right there,
Okay.
I guess.
All right. Yeah, sure. So go
Okey-doke.
ahead and roll an athletics check,
Dominate.
and then
Dominate check.
Not so
Dab-
dominating.
Davdak and Droden, you're on deck.
Please roll poorly.
Not quite. That's 16. So you
So
still
close.
have him grappled, but you were not able to tie him to your staff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then,
So he's
yeah,
still stuck because he couldn't break free.
right.
But I have to take my first sweatshirt off.
There it
Gosh.
is, boys.
How many do you have?
First of
I have-
7 minimum.
I have 2 because
All
this
right.
one's really thin. So one's for cool looks and AWS swag, and the other one's for warmth. Yeah. So
Okay.
Davdak and Droden, what are you doing?
All right. I will take a shot at that flying boy again.
The
Which
one to the west with the east.
To the west.
Okay. Sure.
The northwest.
The north.
Yeah, northwest.
North.
Cool. Yeah, go ahead and roll an attack. And Droden, what are you gonna do?
I'm running back to the entrance of this tunnel,
All right,
and I'm gonna take a shot at the eastern mood.
that hits. Go ahead and roll damage. All right, go for it. So yeah, you can move back within the threshold, back to the more solid feeling ground.
Oh,
Okay.
we're all gonna
Dang.
fall through the floor, and Drone's just gonna be up here.
Well, what a party that was. See you later, guys. No, so yeah, you can take a shot and nail him like right in the chest, and he just kind of like crumples up out of the air as his wings give like 2 last like flaps, and he just collapses onto the ground. Right, like like 10-15 feet from you, Regal, and as he hits the ground just collapses under him, and he just vanishes into darkness.
I would like to
and-
dive in next time around.
I will
I'm
also
gonna try to dominate Regal so he does.
run back over here.
Good luck.
All right, yeah, you can make it back just as like bits and pieces of this floor are kind of slipping out from under your feet. Okay,
What was
Goodbye,
that?
that's your turn.
friends.
Orin and Kellen, what are you doing?
That's what you
So
did.
you said the
What did I do?
ground everywhere looks like it's about to collapse in about 6 seconds.
Yes, exactly. Well put, sir. That's pretty much exactly what's going to happen. Yeah, this massive stone piece of the ceiling has
Look at
fallen
me.
and fallen right through the middle, and it's slowly, everything's kind of,
No.
like kind of classic room collapsing right into the center, kind of aided by the fact that it's all spider webbed.
Oh, you want
It
Is
was
that-
originally 3 turns,
do it.
but
Does that
You know.
include, like, over in this room to the east?
it looks like it, yeah.
Okay.
That looks like it's about the same kind of floor. And considering the other one has wings as well, it's a pretty good chance. It's hard to tell from this distance, but pretty good chance.
So how many are we
Alright.
facing right now, and where are they in relation to me?
One of them, so there's 3 in combat right now. Regal has dominated one.
Yeah.
Davdek and Droden just finished off another. That
Okay,
fell
so
through
that
the
one is
floor.
dead.
And there's the
Okay.
last one. I mean, I guess you guys don't know that he's dead, but he fell through the floor. So
Where's the
That's
last
why I
The
one?
one
wanna
to the right of
follow
us,
him.
though, is still the one that I was fighting to the right is still good though.
yes, he's still there. He's
Gotta-
looking pretty decent.
Gotta confirm the kill.
Yeah.
Gotta get those dog tags.
And
All right,
so
then
Okay.
so Darian,
Or you take your turn. Or-
Darian and Rosemar, you're on deck. So get ready.
Eat.
I'll kill that thing to the
I'm
right.
going to.
Okay. So yeah, get ready to do what you want to do, Scott. But we're not doing it quite yet.
I know what I want to do.
Cool. I think I know what you want to do too.
I will go right there
All right.
and
Study him for 6 seconds.
cast. Yes.
You get so much sneak attack damage. Holy crap!
Yeah. Sneak attack goes crazy, man.
I'm gonna cast
Breaks the laws of physics.
that, and then
Snaring strike.
indeed. And I forgot that I don't have my weapons in the thing.
That's okay. What do you hitting with?
I'm gonna use my whip so that I don't
Okay.
have to get too close to him.
Okay, so that is it's your D20 plus your dexterity. Yeah, plus your dexterity plus your proficiency modifier to hit. So you can just roll a D20, roll a dexterity check, however you want to do that.
That plus 2 for
Oh,
my
okay.
proficiency.
Yeah, that hits easily.
So then it does one. The whip does 1d4, right?
Yep,
For damage?
1d4. 1d4 plus your mod, so
Where's
1d4 plus dexterity.
Nice. 4 damage plus
All
my
right,
dex mod.
plus dexterity, which is 1.
Okay, so 1
So that's
So
5
5
damage.
total.
All right.
plus.
A strength saving throw.
Yeah, he has to make a DC 13 strength save.
How does this work? So it's this is weird, but okay, cool. I got it. So strength saving throw. This guy. This is so not good. Yeah, that's a 5.
Cool.
Yeah. So he is
So
has-
that doesn't do extra damage yet, but he's
No.
restrained, and so I personally like to think that means his wings don't work and he can't fly now.
yeah, pretty
so
accurate.
when the floor
So-
collapses, he'll fall too.
That's thinking with your noodle.
Yeah, it's weird how the spell's worded, but yeah, so as you hit him with the whip, these like thorns kind of leap out from the like walled space and just like wrap around him, and he kind of stumbles back down to the ground. He wasn't flying real high, he's maybe 5 feet off the air, but he kind of like, stumbles and is restrained. Yeah. So, yep. All right, is that your turn?
Yeah. Oh
Okay.
wait, I'll use the rest of my movement to get up next to this wall, just in case that helps me from falling.
Okay. And Kellen.
So how long do I have until this wall falls?
Legitimate
One
question
round.
About this.
The end of your
What's-
turn.
Is this actually timed?
Um,
And does that spell require time?
which
Oh, the
which
spell I
which
just
spell?
cast.
Yeah.
You can click on the. Oh, you can't click on it. So the way it works is, as long as I keep my concentration, he's restrained, and has to make a strength saving throw every turn to try and break out. And then while at the start of his turn, before he even makes the save, he takes 1d6 piercing damage until he breaks out, or for 1 minute. So I should get
So
out of d6.
Is Regal over the collapsing floor right now?
Not yet.
Who is over the collapsing floor?
I'm about
It's
to be
kind
in
of-
that collapsing floor.
Everyone except Regal, myself.
So
and
see
Tom.
where the So see where the
I don't see
two
anything.
pillars.
I don't have
Oh, that's
that
right.
on map.
Sorry, yeah. Thank you. So in the middle of this larger, like, almost dome-like chamber, there's this massive hole that has been pierced through by this piece of ceiling, and these
Yeah.
like plates of ground have started like, you know, collapsing inwards, and like they're kind of traveling the fastest along the cracks that were made previously, and the whole floor is collapsing from the middle out to, from what can be told from the extra spider webbing, probably towards the edges of these walls of this domed area.
Okay, but I'm wondering like who's in that area currently?
You
Is it
right now.
just me?
Basically everyone is in the collapsible floor area.
How far
it's
is
this
the
entire
hole
room.
from me that Regal's gonna jump into?
Well, so there's two holes actually. The big hole in the middle is maybe 15, 20 feet to your kind of to your left as you're facing that extra cavern, right?
Okay.
So it's kind of close to you, but then there's another smaller hole where the kobold fell through. That's just
Which is the one that Regal's like posturing to jump into?
That
The one
is
that the
the
kobold
northwestern one. Yeah, the far one.
How far is that one?
Oh,
At least
it's
2
like-
moves.
Yeah, it's probably a good.
Like it's
70
barely
feet
within
at
reach
least.
of
It's
Darian.
heckin' far.
It's heckin' far. It's pretty much across this room.
I'd say 80 to 90.
That's 70 feet from you, according to the arrow I just.
Y'all
drew.
will not be able to stop me.
And
I might
only
be able to.
got-
I
I've
might
only
be
got
able to.
25 speed.
Oh man, please, Darian. Oh,
Are you gonna-
I've got
are you
the
gonna take us-
perfect plan in
Are you gonna
mind.
take us both in the hole?
You know that scene from Harry Potter at the end, whenever him and Voldemort
No,
go
I
over the
don't.
bridge?
Yeah,
Wow.
That's what's gonna happen.
I got a pretty good strength pod, man.
He hasn't read the books or watched the movies yet. You just
Okay,
spoiled
they're
that.
ultra old.
Wow.
Way to
All right.
go, Matthew.
What are you
Can
doing?
I-
Yeah, I know.
What are you doing, Kellen? You got it.
Seems
So
You
together.
better hurry.
I want to get off this horrible floor.
Okay, you can retreat back to the threshold from before. Pretty easy.
Okay, can I use my
Yeah.
bonus action?
Bonus.
Bonus
Yeah.
My
action.
bonus action to do that?
No. Oh, well,
You can't
unless
bonus
you.
action
I
dash?
want to dash. I
Oh
wanna
yeah,
dash
absolutely.
away.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, and then
I
can
mean,
try to talk some sense into Regal.
I'll say, did you want to use your regular movement?
No, I just want to take that
Okay.
as my bonus action. If
You
I have
can-
to hold that, that's fine.
No, you can move, and then I'll say like kind of as your bonus free action with a little change to spare. Yes, you can talk to Regal with a brief exchange. So let's say you him. So you've
Don't
got
do it.
you've got
I'm
like
gonna
a
do
sentence,
it.
and then
No,
he's
no.
got a sentence, and then you've got a sentence.
Like,
You're
can I
talk-
try to convince him?
I
to
mean,
not jump?
you can use whatever word
I'm in the
you would
middle
like
of
to.
Can I
grappling.
cast friends
I am
on him and then
grappling.
He's
Dominating.
too far to cast friends.
I'm grappling
Pretty
a
sure.
kobold
Is
right
he-
now.
Yeah, what's the
Friends
range on
doesn't
that?
have a range.
Please leave a message at the beep.
I believe, if I
Don't do
remember
it.
correctly,
It just says
friend-
range self.
Yeah,
Unless
Oh.
that
friends
means-
is like
So
Friends
basically,
is
if
like
they can hear
hostile
you,
yeah,
creature.
you can certainly try. You can cast friends for your
If you
action.
I
guys
mean, I'm
take
gonna
this away
try.
from me, I will be so mad.
I'm trying. I'm gonna try to like, you know that video of the police officer in China that kicks that guy back through the window?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay,
I'm
with
Mr.
your
Incredible.
words.
so you can cast friends.
Okay. And I'm gonna try to convince
So-
him to not be dumb and jump through a hole in the floor.
It's
So-
the way to go, guys. You don't understand. When have I led you wrong?
Like
Okay.
all
Shut
This is what- this is what we're
When
gonna
you
do,
backflipped
alright?
all over the place.
I've
So-
never led us
before.
before.
This was
Okay.
gonna happen either way.
It's a bad
Kellogg.
inaugural lead.
We can
Kellen.
go explore other
Yeah.
places.
Kellen,
I'm listening.
you cast friends, and Regal, as you stand there wrestling with this kobold, you're like, that gnome guy was kind of cool.
I
So-
don't trust him from earlier when he lied about the
I know, but you're like, hang
but this
on,
is magic.
but you're like, yeah, he was all right. So now what I'm gonna have Kellen do is yell whatever he would like, and then I'm gonna have you do opposed. You will be insight, Matthew, and I'll say
Hi.
Kellen. You can do what's it called? Not deception. The one that's not lying. Persuasion.
Persuasion.
The one
Yeah.
that's not lying.
Yeah, persuasion.
I have to
and,
roll a nat 20 for this to work.
Don't jump!
all right.
You said my name wrong!
roll your persuasion check with advantage because of friends.
This is so
And
stupid.
then
It's not stupid.
This
I
is
mean,
so dumb.
It needs to happen.
I
it's not
need to
the
jump down this hole.
Oh
So-
gosh!
It's not the intent of the spell.
Tyler. It also, yeah, it's not the strongest spell, so we'll see. We're gonna see what the rolls come out
Killing
to.
us.
So, Matthew, go ahead and roll an insight check.
Attention.
Oh,
All right. So, what's the best way to do?
You only have a
So
plus
This
one
is hard.
persuasion?
This is hard because it's this is hard because it's a person and it's not the strongest spell.
But I
Guys, I am so
I know.
determined to go down this hole.
I feel like at a minimum, I made him hesitate. And then
Okay, I will give you that.
Whoa!
Regal.
Maybe I shouldn't. Nah.
loses.
I can also use Featherfall.
You have
Regal.
Featherfall?
It doesn't matter when you fall into a pit of lava.
I won't, though.
Matthew, have you ever
Alright.
felt lava?
Yes?
You're surfed on it?
You can surf on it.
Okay. Regal, roll a wisdom saving. And we'll see how
Didn't you already
How-
roll insight?
he did, and he failed that check.
I am very unwise.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say that we're gonna put your turn at the end of the next turn order. I don't know that that's gonna matter. So you hesitated, but
I
you
hate you
hesitated.
so much.
You lost your initiative.
But we'll see. We'll see.
I saved your
Alright.
life!
You didn't.
I didn't want to be
You
saved!
ruined
You-
my death.
Yeah, you ruined my death. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So Darian.
Matthew, do you
Your
want to be
turn.
the cause of the band?
Oh,
of the
Darian
Stooges?
and Rosemar.
Do you
what are
want to
guys
be the
doing?
cause of my unhappiness?
Yeah.
I want to
let's
magic
go.
missile the.
Magic missile me, because there's no point to my life anymore.
I don't think he has that kind of range on these.
No, it's
yeah, you can.
150.
I want to jump down this.
I'll come over and crack
Guys,
you over the
it
head
is
with
the
my staff.
play. You.
Rosemar.
I'll go for the guy over by
Either-
Colin.
I'm gonna
Why
try
can't I?
something.
Why can I not convince him back that
There's
this is
not
the
a guy
play?
by
Because you
Colin.
don't have a
cast
friend
Or-
spell.
on you. If
So,
you
okay.
jump down and
Fire,
survive,
fire,
that means the
Yeah. So
also
yeah,
survive.
go ahead and roll your
And
damage. Magic.
Who is it?
I've got him grappled.
6 or a 12?
Dominated.
Dominated, Colin. Dominated.
What was your question? Sorry.
What do I roll again?
You roll. So you have 3 darts at level 1. So if you're casting it at level 1, you get 3 darts. Each one does 1d4 plus 1. If you want to cast it in the game, if you go to the combat tab or
Abilities
yeah.
or actions rather.
Trying to make a plus.
Yeah, there we go. If you go to the actions tab, and then it's in combat mode. See if you click the noose or lasso or magnifying glass. There you go. Perfect. Do that twice more, because you get 3 bolts. Dang, that's pretty solid. So yeah, as you cast magic missile, the 3 bolts kind of flare out and then seek right back kind of around that corner and just right into the chest
Magic
of the
missile's broken.
kobold. And that is a total of
Always good.
10. Dang. 10 magic damage. All right. 10 force damage. Sorry. He's hurting. He looks beat up, but he's not like kicking it yet. Did you want to move? Kick it. Shut up.
Kicking it.
No.
Don't cast friends on me. All right. Darian, what's your turn? You didn't. You don't want to move. Just to clarify.
I don't want to move.
You were no. Sorry. Or Rosemar, you do not want to move. You're on the floor. Just FYI, you're on the
Can I
fragile
move
looking floor.
off of
In
the
fact,
floor?
You're pretty much standing
Oh,
right on the
crap,
spot
no.
that
Reasonable
Regal.
human.
Guys, I don't have slow fall until level 4.
Can I move back to the
But I'm
entrance
still
where
going
it's
down this
not
wall.
sketchy?
Yes, you can quite easily.
saved your life.
You can.
All right, Darian, your turn. Finally.
I'm gonna prove you guys so wrong.
So the
You're gonna
Kobold
be
by
so good.
Regal's dominated, and the Winged One's dead through the
The
floor.
winged one is
We are
yes
not
I
gone.
can see whether or not Matthew's gonna die. I can throw my lights down the hole. Or something.
Yeah, I want to
No,
creep up.
I
want
wanna
to
go
creep
in
up to the
blind.
hole, and just take a look in.
Okay. Roll a perception.
Here we go.
If I'm gonna say because of this
You don't have
situation,
dark
if you're
vision.
gonna go and look in. This is your action to walk up and look in.
Oh, rip me.
You also don't have
I'm
dark
gonna be
vision.
hoisted by this.
Yeah,
Alright.
you are.
Oh my gosh, yes
It's
you are.
Black. Cannot.
See anything?
You can see bits and pieces of the floor have been falling
Oh,
down.
Luke, I'm gonna grab you
They're
so
just
hard
still
before I jump
falling.
in.
You
For like
can't.
years, they've been falling.
Wrap your tail around him as you go
Yeah.
down.
Anyway,
That's
so yeah, you can't really
Like,
see.
see the
you know the
last
scene
floor
from
is
Lord
still
of the
falling.
Rings? Whenever the
I'll tell you what.
Balrog whips
I'll
Gandalf.
give you like
Oh my
a.
gosh.
I'll give you if you want to try and do something. I'll give you like something like a bonus action ish.
Don't.
So is there anything
Don't
else
do
you
it,
want to
Luke.
do?
I wanna
You should
do.
run away.
I
You
wanna
should
do a
run
double
off the
take. I
floor.
wanna look away and look back in the hole.
Okay, I'll give you one more perception check, but the
Cool.
DC's higher. All right, what's your? Just to be fair, so.
God, it'd only be fitting if the kid died on our trip.
All right. That's 17 total plus your wisdom modifier. That's pretty good. You can looking down the hole. It's really hard to see anything, but you can hear. Like you can see a bit of the floor that you can just barely see vanishes out of sight and then kind of smashes. It takes a little bit of time to fall, but it's not
Like
the
how
longest
long?
drop
10
ever.
seconds.
We're going down that hole.
I'm not giving a second count because I'll do it wrong.
Okay.
So
If we were to do a conversion from feet to seconds, what would it be in feet?
What?
that's a good question. What would it be in feet? Maybe someone else should look down the hole.
I don't know. Well, I'm not gonna do it.
Can I take
Alright.
a bonus action and get the hell away from the hole?
You already used your bonus
No.
action to double
No.
take.
You have a
Okay.
little bit of movement. You have a little bit of movement left, and that's
How-
it.
what's a
Maybe
little bit?
Regal
What's
just
a little
feels
bit?
so
Like-
bad about being a racist that he
I-
wants to kill him.
Based on how he moved, I'd say 10, 12 feet or so.
Cool.
Not much.
We're
Like
there.
Tyler, is that
All right.
We're there.
You can-
good?
you can get you can throw yourself against the wall and kind of like
Hole is right here, right?
try and yes, hole is right there.
Okay, I'm gonna do my best to hold on.
All right.
All right,
So how long
there's-
is my tail?
Not a whole lot of stuff. Your tail is
Oh my
like
gosh.
maybe 2
And
feet or
long.
not like super long.
It's one tail
gets-
unit long.
You
So
got
I have
like
rope,
sorry,
right?
sorry, 2 feet is
Oh my gosh, he's gonna
maybe
lasso me.
I'm
It's
just trying to
like-
lasso Luke on the way down.
you
Yeah.
got
Flying
maybe
fools.
Yeah.
2.5 feet or so of tail.
Oh, all right. Some might say 3.
Maybe.
No,
Some
like
might
these
say
doesn't
2.5.
Yeah,
Doesn't
so-
matter.
All right,
You know,
so
it's average.
that's it. That's everyone's turn. And
Alrighty
so
then.
Three's in the middle of that.
as you throw yourself against the wall, Darian, the rest of the floor continues caving in, and you can see it's caving in, and as it reaches the closer edges of this wall, it goes right up flush with the wall.
Can I
And
hold on to the wall?
I'm gonna need everyone who is currently standing in the room to roll a dexterity saving throw.
I want to fall in.
Then
Oh, there
you
we
do not
go. Oh
have
wait, I
to-
should roll dex. Let me just add my dex to that. I'm not
Yeah, it's
interested.
3. Yes.
Yes.
Can I use minor conjuration
Wingardium Leviosa.
and that minor conjuration to like make a spike in my hand and in the wall to hang on to?
Aren't we off?
I'm not.
I am, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right.
You're fine. So dexterity saving throws from Darian, Orin, and Regal,
I
but
did.
he's
I rolled
not
19.
dexterity saving throw.
Regal is
19.
willingly failing.
Pretty dang
It's gonna
good.
be
So
embarrassing for y'all when I have to go clear
As
this whole
you-
cave by myself and save you.
It's gonna be
I'll
embarrassing.
say-
Four of us
Or
that
you,
are
oh,
not
what
in
is?
there.
Oh God, what does he say?
okay, Regal. You
1 second.
okay?
You
Sorry.
die.
No, it's fine. I'll go
You
to
take
Darian. Darian,
300 damage.
Yep.
you are just barely able to, as you throw yourself against
Oh
the
my
wall,
gosh.
grab a small outcropping that allows you to get a hold of this wall.
Try
Uh,
spiking.
I'm
That's
gonna
really
say,
sick.
Rude.
you get one of the things you're holding, and one of them is falling. So your shield or your weapon.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yep.
I don't have a shield, I just have a weapon.
Oh, you just have the weapon? Then
Yeah, I
you're
just have a
mostly
first aid.
okay. It's
Okay.
not great, but you're okay for now. I will give Orin, you get advantage for the minor conjuration thing.
Cool.
So go ahead and roll again.
That doesn't help. I got a nat 1 on the second.
Okay, unfortunately, it just barely misses the DC, and Orin also vanishes into the darkness.
Gosh.
Oh,
Okay.
the kobold, because he is not
Alrighty.
restrained to
Is
the
it
wall.
my time to shine yet?
That is a fail,
You don't
and
get to do a
so
lot more shining.
Call.
Okay.
Considering
So
you're
yeah,
dead.
as
Prepared
Orin-
to put mustard on those words. For you
Orin
will
as
soon
the
be consuming
this-
them with this slice of humble
this,
pie
like,
that comes from the oven of shame. Set the
Who
gas
eats
mark
pie
egg
with
on your
mustard?
face.
so as the
Mustard doesn't pair well with pie.
as
Mustard's
this
going on the
annex-
sandwich that you're
Oh my
eating
gosh.
with the pie.
Nobody specified that it was a sandwich. I was under the
I
impression
said
that it was a hot dog
sandwich!
at work.
I've lost all control.
I did.
All right.
Moving on.
I did.
This annex that Orin and the kobold are in just completely caves in, and you see those of you from at the edge of the doorway see Orin and the kobold just vanish into darkness. Droden, you can, given your vision, you can see them fall for a little bit. They still kind of get obscured, and it's hard to see where they land, but you can see you can see them, fall a decent distance. And then Regal. So you're just
Do I have any space to do a run up?
Oh my gosh.
Like just
Oh,
take
what?
a step or two so I can jump to try and
He wants
grab
to-
onto
he wants
Darian
to
and
back
drag
The
him
floor
down.
collapses up to the
Uh,
ball.
I'm
On
gonna say
Darian's side, he didn't specify my side.
the rest of the floor is
The
collapsing.
entire
It's,
room.
yeah, the floor is just. It was originally going to
You
be
can
like
try to lasso me.
two full turns, but since the floor got spiderwebbed ahead of time,
All right,
What are you gonna do?
then I'm just
So-
gonna do the Assassin's Creed dive
All right, yeah. So
straight
Regal
down.
also
while
on
I
the other
hold on
side,
to the while I
Carrying-
hold on to the kobold.
carrying a kobold who is like, oh, I guess I should.
Regal
Dude,
positions
I've seen
his
Kung
neck
Fu
for
Panda.
maximum
Uh,
impact.
The
You see
kobold
Kung Fu
kind of,
I'm
Panda?
so ready for you guys to eat these words.
the kobold kind of like gives this squealing squawk as it tries to grab part of the wall
I
or
should have
something to
thrown it
grab
at
onto.
Darian.
And you both vanish into the darkness.
Can I be laughing on the way down? Like,
You can do whatever you would like.
no, I just want to dive.
All right.
Yeah.
So as the both of you fall, it's a few seconds. It's not too bad. But you both. But it's not like it's not falling
1, 2,
forever.
3 at a minimum.
I used a few
I think
seconds.
that's how long it takes to fall in the Grand Canyon.
Okay.
Okay.
Glossing over the few seconds comment, I apologize. I did not mean to cause
Cohen's
panic.
freaking out.
Yeah.
I might be.
Rest in peace,
No.
Lauren.
So
I was gonna come save you and only you, but now I just don't even think any of it's worth it.
He did fall like 420 feet though.
I'm gonna go join
all right.
this.
So
we're just going that.
that is. Wow, those are not very good rolls. 12 points of falling damage. To
This is
both
what I
of you
imagine Matt and the Kobold are doing.
As you, yes, that's I didn't watch it, but I know the clip. So Regal and Orin, as you hit the ground, you take
Okay.
you take 12 points of falling damage, which is pretty light for or 60, technically 66.
That Kobold is messed up.
As
You fell 66 feet.
No,
6d6 of falling damage.
I knew it.
6 of falling damage, which is actually close, but no. It's a decent amount. So 12 points of falling damage.
Alive?
You shouldn't be alive. 66.
Yeah. 12 points of falling damage to both of you.
Spencer, let
as
him
you hurt-
justify his decisions.
I'm hurting real bad.
As you
12.
hit the ground.
I'm alive. though.
Let's see. Yours was.
Oh no, that should be 29.
I have approximately 1 Rosemar worth of health
Tyler,
left.
did you fall through?
No. No, I'm back in the
so-
entrance
So
with
we're
everyone else.
alive.
Yeah.
So Orin barely missed a number of spikes that are protruding from edges
Oh
of
my
the
gosh.
wall.
Holy
guys.
crap! I would have
whole
died.
It
room.
may sound bad now.
This whole
Turn around.
as you kind of look up, this room has they're not like it's not like that like pit trap type of thing where it's just spears sticking up out of the ground, but they're like like almost unnatural stalactites. They're like stalactites. They're made of rock, but they're not natural formations. They've almost like grown into these pointed spikes
Oh, so not
along.
made. They don't look like they were made by the kobolds.
They
as a
don't
trap?
look right. They don't look carved. They don't look natural either. They're curved and jagged.
They're
And
It's a back of a
and
dragon.
you just barely missed a
That's
handful of spikes.
horrifying.
A lot of them are clustered near the edges of the walls, given that's where people would go to try and save themselves.
Did the kobold fall on any?
I'm getting to that actually.
Okay.
First off, oh my gosh. He did not, but yeah, wow. Okay, he just got 3 6s on 3 of those D6s. And
is he standing on the edge of the wall?
getting to that as well. As the kobold hits the ground, barely misses those. Oh, I didn't look for him technically. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He misses those spikes. Just able to wiggle his wings to like give him a little bit of air, knowing the spikes are there to get out of the way, but kind of falls lopsided and lands right on his head and just stops, just like crunches and stops moving as he falls onto the ground.
So he's dead
Regal.
now?
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay,
At least
dang.
he doesn't look like he's moving. No, Regal is not dead. Regal,
Yeah.
did you take 12
I took
points
my
of falling
damage.
Cool. So as you hit the ground, you also hit the ground, but you don't see spikes around where you were. In fact, you
They're
see
free.
you don't see spikes because you are spikes now. No, you actually fall on a small it's definitely part of this chamber. There's almost this chiseled pathway that kind of curves its way in between the spikes, and that's part of this pathway is where you landed, Orin. That actually leads right up to where you land, Regal, right in front of a closed door, like almost a stone door that you stop in front of. So what are you guys doing?
Can I like slide down?
Is
Can
my
I
kobold
descend
alive?
safely?
Oh, I didn't even roll damage for him. Hang on, let's find out.
No, after what happened in that clip, don't
I
think
tried
he's
to
alive.
shield him in my body.
Sure.
You don't hold him down.
Yeah, I wasn't holding him down to break my fall.
All right. He's not moving, but he's alive. He's unconscious.
Can I tie him to my staff?
Yes, you can actually. You can
I
indeed do that.
addiction
He's
to
been
capturing
sufficiently
kobolds.
dominated.
It's only fitting. All right.
Everyone's got a
so yeah,
kink.
what are you doing?
Try to
I,
descend safely.
I'm up.
You guys. So as the floor falls away and you're compatriots, I don't know, are you guys friends yet? Vanish into the darkness. Darian, they can't even really see you because while the piece of stone that kind of juts out and curves like it does on the map does come out, it doesn't come out quite as far.
Yeah.
You're around the corner and you're just hanging there. And Regal's gone. You can't see him because you are blind in the darkness.
I want to shout.
Okay, you can. You don't
guys
have to roll.
good?
Yeah, there you go. So you hear this shout
doing,
from
Colin?
above you, Regal and Orin. You hear, "Are you guys good? Good? Oh gosh, I can't. Are you guys good? Oh my gosh, my voice is screwed. There's an echo. Good.
Can I
As
just
the bits
yell
of
back
rock
up and go,
kind of- Sure.
No, I just say,
sure.
yes,
You
I'm
lightning
fine.
up, you shoot.
I take a short rest, then I lightning bolt it.
All right. So while Regal's taking an hour to recover his lightning breath,
Oh, God, never
so-
mind.
as the floor falls away, the rest of you are standing at the threshold of this room, and you can just hear bits of rock going. Just the bits and pieces of this.
Did
Hello.
Drone fall or did Drone hang? Drone's at the entrance of the tunnel, right? Drone's good.
Yeah,
Yep.
everyone other than Orin and Regal have fallen, and you're hanging on.
Where are the lights? And where are Droden's lights right now?
I think you have them spread relatively evenly across this room. Is that correct?
They were around the cave, around the upper cave.
Okay. So you've got light. You can see
Okay.
the area around you. You can't quite see Regal. The light doesn't quite get that far down. But
So
But you can't
can
see
I? Two questions.
I can't do anything. It's dark.
Is there a path through the spikes or whatever to where we came into the room?
Kind of, sort of. There's not. So there's not like it's not like the
There's not
floor
like a
below where
ramp,
there's an
though.
equivalent door. Yeah, no. You can walk your way over there.
Okay.
And there's
And can I get to
there's-
the kobold?
yeah.
That
He fell
fell
right
away.
next to you. Mhm.
Okay, I'm going
Yeah, you can
to
get to him.
drag his body over there to the peeps that
Okay.
didn't fall.
Sure. Yeah. So you're about
And
you.
They
Well, let
s-
me get to
I'm-
that.
Yeah. Okay.
You walk to the platform, and it's kind of almost a maze of spikes. The platform is only there for maybe letting the kobold or two that falls through accidentally to maybe make it out, or for something to come back and make more spikes or repair spikes that have been broken by armored fiends falling on top of them. You can make your way to, but as you get to that wall where the threshold was, it's just a sheer cliff all the way up.
Okay.
And actually, Droden, you can see him down there. You can see
You?
at the bottom. You can see Orin at the bottom of this sheer cliff.
Can I shimmy over to Droden and Rosemar?
You're a ways
That is
away.
a
You're
long
way
shimmy.
away.
But you can, if you
It'd
would
be a lot
like
easier
to.
climb down than climb around.
Well, I can't see down.
What would you like to do? You can certainly
You
try.
could yell at me and ask me to move my lights around.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to shout at Drone and tell him to lower his lights.
Lower your lights.
I'll do
Okay.
that.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, as the lights kind of disperse
Kill
along, you can
yourself.
now see Regal down at the bottom of this cliff area, and as the light starts to illuminate where Regal is standing, you start to see this like pathway he's standing on next to this stone door. You see spikes just jutting out of all sorts of angles of this like floor and wall portion. But you can now see, and there are some handholds, but there's not a lot there along the wall.
Let us attempt to descend.
All right,
safely.
give me an acrobatics check.
Oh, here we go.
Colin's disappointment is
Nope.
immense in his days ruined.
Look, this was the way to go. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Thought we were gonna get out of here safely.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's plus your dex, which is +2, I believe.
No, plus nothing.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
16. It's okay. you're slowly making your way down. You've maybe descended about 10 feet or so. There's not a lot of handhold going on at this point, and it's, even with the light, it's kind of hard to find places to hold
Can
on
I pray
to,
for
especially with your
divine
arm.
handholds?
Oh,
I mean, there's a feature for that.
Is there?
Yeah,
Channel divinity? Is that
yeah,
right?
you can. Well, no, it's you can
Hit 1 o'clock, his
What's
lights
it
turned
called?
off.
I can't remember what's it called.
Break.
You can. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a thing for. Oh no, that's clerics. Never mind. I don't think
Dang.
you can do it. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I think it's. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure clerics they can. Well, I know clerics can do it. I don't know if paladins can do it, but clerics can pray to their god for divine intervention. That's usually on the
Paladins
scale
can do
of.
it too.
I don't think so. I think it's the
I don't
difference
think so.
between
You want to go
beating
back
someone
into
up.
these other tunnels?
Okay. Well, I'll just keep climbing down, and if I fall, I'm a beefy boy.
All right. Go ahead and give me one more acrobatics check.
Oh, he blinked.
I won't make you. I
done.
won't make
He's
you
done
skill
for.
check the whole way down. All right. You can slowly make your way down.
I want to throw a
And
rock at him.
Oh my gosh.
Are you actually throwing a rock at him?
No, I'm not.
All right. You can slowly make your way down, and it takes you a little while, maybe a good 15, 20 minutes to get all the way down.
Oof.
But you do make it down, and you can kind of like get around the spikes and stuff that have been placed along the edge, and
Okay.
you now join Regal with the slightly raised safe platform.
Okay.
Hey, buddy.
How's it going, man?
pretty
How was your
good.
trip?
It was good. Feeling great.
Yeah? How's the kobold?
KO'd. Dominated.
You should have used him to break your fall.
Nah, I didn't want him to die. I gotta question him.
I will
I
pull
don't
out
murder my
my
brothers.
hammer, some pitons.
All right, I guess
and a
it's
rope.
Tyler's turn.
Okay.
And I will start to rock climb my way down that face,
Okay.
making use
I
of
think we should come back and explore these other
the
tunnels.
climbing
before we
stuff.
Start going down the cliff.
Everyone ignores
This is the way to go.
Dead.
What are you guys doing? So, Davdak, you're climbing down.
Yes, with
Okay.
my rope and pitons and leaving them there so that
Wait,
other
with
people
your
can go
rope
up
and
and
what?
down. Pitons.
All right.
don't know,
Go
that's-
ahead and. Oh, what's a good check for that? Let's do.
Why have you sent me this?
Let's go ahead and do a survival check
Survival check.
Survive.
to kind of set the pittance in the rock wall and
pretty
place
good.
it up such that you can climb down and others can climb down. All right, yeah, you can make it
Got my
down with relative
carabiner.
ease, and there's now kind of a very rudimentary rope climbing ladder kind of thing with these pittons down this sheer cliff. So if the rest of you would like to descend, I'll say we'll just say it's a athletics check at advantage to get down, and it'll just be the single check, and the DC is significantly lower than it was to slowly make your way down the rock face of the wall.
Makes sense.
Droden, you were saying something.
I was.
Oh,
yeah,
I
you
thought
wanted
so.
to explore the other cave.
Yeah, I was. That was a while ago. I didn't know if I'm still referring to that.
Sure. Yeah, I
Um,
mean,
Yeah, I was thinking we should explore the other caves, see if any of these just naturally go down there.
Or we could just climb.
Oof.
Also,
Got
there
'em.
could be stuff in these caves that is useful.
I mean, we can still go back.
This
After
is
we
the play.
get people out of here.
Metagaming.
I think we could have two different groups here.
Oh my god.
One group is the idiots who fell into the.
The geniuses.
What
Hey,
group
man.
am I in? Am I kind of in both groups because I didn't fall?
You climb down.
I think
so
you're
in
still
the
part of the
idiots group.
idiots.
Okay.
I couldn't have gotten out, and I took
I
a
couldn't
kobold
have shimmy.
with me,
Shimmy
so
would have
I don't
taken
want to hear
half a
it.
century.
Yep, I'm already down there, so
This was the play.
it's too late.
Trust me. When have I ever steered you wrong?
When you charged in there without even.
Ah!
You backflip
Backflip Gaynard in!
All right.
Look, this is the way to go, guys.
Rosemar,
There's some
Droden,
growing
Kellen,
pains, but
what are you doing?
in the end, we're gonna find $1 million.
Dollars. What's a dollar?
I would like to eat some pie.
Something that's backed by the gold standard.
Can we pretend that we bought
Sounds magical.
potions before coming on this
Hey,
adventure?
Kellen,
Can we
and
pretend?
Rosemar,
Yes.
I think we should head down and explore the
like-
house.
Because I have no items in my
Leak it.
inventory. Can I have a potion, please?
I can heal you. I can heal you.
I don't
Oh,
think you guys...
wait! Hey, whoa! No, Spencer, stop!
I
No,
can heal.
keep going. I'm thinking.
What?
Bro.
I don't know what to do.
Who am I? I mean, you
I can heal you,
can
Connor, if you're that damaged.
probably not a push.
Balls.
Not
I can
this-
hit you with some healing.
Yeah,
Okay.
me and Tyler can.
Right.
If
you guys-
I'll hit you with a nice cure wounds.
If you guys
will
had the
take
gold to get potions, maybe, but
I definitely do, unless you're making them as expensive as Mercer does.
well, I guess basic healing potions aren't quite that bad.
Bam.
Probably. Let me just check.
Have you some health?
Thanks, man.
Oh, you have some money. All right.
I'm back to above 50% now, so that's nice.
Are you more than a Rosemar?
All right.
Yes.
So, Rosemar, Droden, and Kellen, what are you doing? You're
So
still at the top of
approximately
the
1.5
threshold. There's this
Rosemars
ladder
now.
rope you can climb down. Ladder rope, improvised rope ladder.
I'm gonna climb down the ladder rope,
I'll go
Okay.
down the ladder rope.
and while I'm doing
Okay.
so, I'm gonna
Rick
mumble
Droden.
to myself about how I hope the next time Rigel
I will bring all of my lights with me.
No, don't
just
do it.
300 feet deep.
I couldn't have shimmied Andrew. It wasn't viable.
Wasn't
The next
viable.
black abyss that someone voluntarily hurtles themselves down into. It just doesn't end.
Maybe. All right.
There
So
was a door underneath.
I'm
At
gonna.
like 8th level, I can,
I don't.
or not at 8th. When I have 8th
At,
level spells, I
I,
can
I
make
will.
that
I will
happen.
climb down the ladder as well, but I am ending my dancing lights.
I want to find the nearest hole and dive into it.
Before he ends the dancing lights, I want to do a reflex save and light
I'm
a
afraid that
torch.
this is gonna be like a winning
There's-
the lottery
there's
situation
no
for
hole.
Rigel, where he's like, it worked out one time, never again.
There's no holes to jump down.
Dang.
Nothing like that. I was
This
gonna make you
time.
make. I was gonna have you guys make checks, but it's
I
fine.
made
We're gonna
Channing
move on,
you
so
off the next cliff.
You guys can
goodbye.
climb down, and you now are all at the base of this.
Alrighty.
Like now, you guys kind of down there. Those of you with dark vision can
Can I
see
light a torch
this
before the
room
lights get put
basically.
out?
I mean, you can light a torch now. It's you know
Okay,
how to
cool.
light a torch. Yeah.
The torch is
so-
lighted. Lighted. Torch is lighted.
Torch is
torch
lit.
light-
Is
torch
a
lights up.
word.
The torch
That's
lights
the
up,
proper-
and light kind of surrounds you and Regal
Well,
at
it's
the
not proper
doorway.
word
And
in that case.
those of you who have now joined them at the bottom can now see this room full of these jagged, curved spikes, just pointing up out of the air, contorted. Some of them are twisted around each other.
How did that happen?
Hey, Rigel, how'd they get your mom's dildos?
All right. So what are you guys doing? You're in this room. You can't see a whole lot, but there's
It's just
the door
RP,
on
Matthew. It's within my
on-
character's.
Regal's
I'm
side.
you're too far away. I can't hear you.
Oof.
I don't think that's.
You just
good.
got meta.
I'm gonna ask the god.
I'd like to
far
take a
am I?
short nap and then breathe the lightning.
You can
down
totally
its
hear him.
throat.
All right. What's the plan, guys? There's the
I want to
door.
look. I want to explore.
Okay.
Can we open this door? I'm
Uh,
gonna shout, "Hey guys, there's a door over here."
go ahead, both of you roll investigation check. And I will not put you at disadvantage Darian, since you decided to light that torch.
Hey, we're moving up in the world.
Yeah, humans.
Hey.
Oh,
Oh
technically,
wait, no, hey, I rolled the wrong thing.
Dragonborn don't have. Well, just add your modifier.
It's all right. 13.
All right. Looking around, it's like almost a stone crafted door, and this semi-natural cave that has been smoothed out and hollowed out a bit along the walls and stuff now becomes chiseled stone and becomes like this actual doorway over here by this large with this large door that has this spiraling, almost like ornamental insignia of a dragon breathing fire down at an angle and
I think
chiseled
we need
into
to
the
go
door.
exactly this
And
way.
you can find there's like a small indentation in the wall, and there's like almost a it's not a button, but it's like a counterweight, very small counterweight that has some give that you can push down.
I look
around
at
the rest of
I
this
look at
cavern?
Regal and I was like, "There's this counterweight here. I think it opens the door. Should we press it?"
Can I put? I
mean,
don't say anything. Can I just rest the kobold that's tied up on that?
It's not that big. It's like
okay.
it's like your hand. It's like, I mean.
All right, I push it.
I'm just
Oh
gonna
my
put
gosh.
this bottom on this small counter.
So as we we'll get to that. What was that? Kelvin?
Ready to roll.
I want to look around the cavern. Is there another entrance down here?
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Oh, I gotta like
All right.
perception. Where's my perception? Ah, there it is.
It's all there. It's with the rest of your P's.
Wait, that's my passive perception.
Yeah, no.
How do I do that?
You can do
Right,
it in
I got it.
skills. If you go to skills, you can do that. You can just roll a d20 and tell me the number.
There it is.
Wow. Natural 20. Or no, sorry,
it
not
was
natural.
natural 19.
For some reason, I thought you were a -1. No, yeah. So, looking around, no, doesn't look like this is the only door forward. Other than climbing back up.
Is there anything else in this room? Or is this room simply built
I guess, yeah.
to be under a floor?
Basically, as you look around this room, it's like this huge cavern area, this basin almost was hollowed out from the natural cave above, and then these spikes were like grafted all over the floor, and this small pathway that you guys are now standing on kind of curves around just the center portion of this massive room and leads over to that door, and that's about it. There's not a whole lot in here. It's basically just an empty cave area other than the door. Let's see. Yeah, there's bits and pieces of the floor. In the middle of the room, there's that giant boulder that is just like, I mean, it's pretty sizable. It's not like, it's about as tall as you probably. And it's just like crashed into the center, halfway on this safe walkway, half smashed through a whole section of these large spikes. And there's bits of rubble just all over the place, but no other doors.
So when the boulder fell,
Mhm.
was that the winged kobold casting a spell, or was it like screaming or shouting to like call someone or summon something? Or
It wasn't. It
do
wasn't
I even know?
It's hard to tell, but inferring from the actions that happened, it doesn't look like it's a thing or a thing did that, and it doesn't look like it was specifically a spell that the kobolds cast, so much as they cast spells to weaken a chunk that has been pre-made to smash through the floor
Okay.
as some kind of.
So it's not like they were shouting at some giant creature in the ceiling
No,
to throw
They
a
were
boulder.
casting spells. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So you push the button, the counter,
Yep.
the small counterweight, and the door just like opens into this dark cavern as the torchlight kind of floods into this hallway, and it's hard to see because neither of you have dark vision, but with the torch you can see it opens up into a hallway, like a constructed, smooth-walled stone hallway.
I informed everyone that there was a door over here, right? Pretty sure I shouted that. Okay.
Did
Yeah, and they can
Dragonborn
see
not
it.
have...
Dragonborn do not have dark vision.
Oh.
Yeah,
They have
I
low
know,
light?
right? No, the dark vision is this game's equivalent to low light.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
dark
has
vision is the thing.
suicidal tendencies instead.
Yeah. Yeah, Dragonborn are actually one of the handful of races that don't have dark vision. It's them and humans, man.
Hey. Represent.
Yeah.
I have normal
It's kind of
eyes.
funny because you'd almost expect it. Dragons, caves, etc.
Yeah.
All dragons have dark vision, but nope, not Dragonborn.
Tabaxi have dark vision, but cats don't for some reason. Which
Yeah,
is
what's
true.
up with that? Cats should definitely have dark vision.
I would say if you have a cat, we'll say it has dark vision. That's just weird. I don't know why that's the case.
Anyway, I am using my
Colin has
room
a cat.
to tie up
I do have a cat.
this winged kobold, and I'm just gonna drag it behind me. 'Cause
Okay.
I want to study it, but I'm really not in the mood after that near-death experience. I just want to keep going. Get
So
out of
it's
here.
dead and it's hard. It's, kind of, it's close-ish to your size. It's a little bit shorter, and you can
Okay.
drag it. They're pretty lithe, so it's not too hard to drag them around, but it's definitely a hassle.
Okay.
But yeah.
I will head over to that doorway.
I've summoned my cat.
Is picking up something summoning it?
She jumped up here. So,
I feel like we're leaving such opportunity behind us.
We'll come back to
I
it.
would also like to summon my cat, though.
I don't think there's any way we come back to it. We're gonna be leaving this
Did you
cave
take
running from a
Find
dragon.
Familiar?
That's how
I
it's gonna
did.
happen.
I took Find Familiar as one of my first level spells.
What are you guys doing to me? Why are you all doing conjuration stuff? Sure, that's true.
Conjuration.
I know. I'm just saying we have someone who will be a summoner who does conjuration spells and then other stuff. Now you've got a familiar. He's got a familiar.
I think
For the
Paladin's gonna summon stuff
I don't know what
eventually.
to tell you, man. I've
Yeah,
also
you
got
get
a
Find
kazoo.
Steed,
The
Yeah,
gnomes have
which I
familiars.
also have.
Yeah, the gnomes are just like it's all you guys, and then the gnome army summoned conjurations.
I've
Sure.
gotta,
Yeah.
I've got to use a first level spell slot for that, right?
Yes, you
Yeah.
do. And yeah,
also,
you can
it costs like 100 gold.
10
Yeah.
gold worth
Oh,
of
10 gold.
charcoal, incense, herbs.
But this is what I was trying to ask about. Is like,
Yeah.
It still costs that money worth of stuff.
Right. But
Even if you
the
have a
question
focus.
is- the question is whether or not he has that stuff. And I would say probably that
I mean,
kind of
if he asks for it, I can send it to him.
Any
'cause I do.
self-respecting adventurer.
You
I'm
have-
stocked up on that stuff.
True. So yes, you can cast that if you'd like or using Orin's material. Even a focus or a components bag, if it costs money, the components bag doesn't count. Or arcane focus, you actually have to have that stuff. But since your cousin is quite familiar with conjuring things, probably has the brass brazier and and the components. So sure, yeah, you can summon a cat. Poof.
Are you doing that?
I am. I'll
Hey.
use a first level spell slot.
I'll mark off the stuff.
Do you have to pay that much every time you summon it?
Yes.
Unless you've got something that like lets you do it.
I mean,
right?
technically, you're supposed to,
You have to have the
Um,
materials.
spend the money
Ah.
beforehand.
Yeah. But for now, since
I'm-
Orin is usually stocked on that stuff,
Yeah.
given his situation, for now, just 10 gold's worth of those materials.
All right.
And we might get more picky about that as time goes on. But anyway, so yeah, you guys have found this. Andrew, I don't know if you were back, but they found a regal and Well, I meant when they found it. Regal and Darian found like a constructed hallway. It's like a smooth stone hallway that's been built out when going through this door. Oh,
I'd
And
like to dismiss the familiar, by the way, to the pocket dimension.
okay. All right, sure. Yeah. You can summon the familiar, and this cat poof, and just like kind of looks around, and then poof, it's just gone.
All right, good.
Yeah.
By the way, Colin, you can take 10 minutes to cast it, and it won't cost a spell slot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
want
can cast it as a ritual.
I mean, if you guys want to sit around for 10 minutes.
If you got
yes.
time, I got time.
But
The answer is yes.
No.
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 so just
Y'all
FYI,
got
I
my
mean,
head. I'm
Regal's already
conjuring
down the
my head.
hallway, guys. Let's just be real here.
If he wants
Y'all
to
are
take
gonna
10
die
minutes,
down that
I will
hallway.
take 10 minutes to run back around and explore some tunnels.
There is
That-
no way. You're
you
Regal's
could,
already down the hallway,
you
boys.
could definitely explore some things for sure if they were to take 10 minutes. Maybe not all the hallways, but definitely at
No,
least
but-
a couple of them.
Some.
All right,
Why
so
don't you want me to
Before
love you?
before we move on, just FYI, Scott just texted me. I'm glad he did because I was not paying attention. It's about 2:15. So,
What?
No. We're at
It's
2 hours and
12:15.
15 minutes into it.
oh,
That
Scott,
was nothing.
Scott.
That's why I didn't put the A at the end.
I know, but I didn't. I mute my phone when I'm doing D&D, so I didn't. I only saw the notification pop up, and I saw 2:15, and I was like, "Oh crap! Are you kidding me?"
No.
2 hours and 15 minutes is nothing.
No, I'm
Yeah,
just
no, that's
telling you.
How's everyone feeling? Good to go still?
We're good.
All right, cool. So, what are you guys doing?
Except
Are
that
you
my
guys
cat just walked away, but
are you taking 10 minutes? Are you taking 10 minutes to ritual cast the spell?
the hall.
Yeah,
Hey.
I'm gonna take
I'm
10
following.
minutes. I'm taking 10 minutes to conjure
Someone's
my
gotta make
cat
sure he
to not
stays
take
alive.
the spell slot.
All right, hang on
I'll
just a
go with
moment
them.
on that. Let me just double check something.
I'm gonna
on
send that cat right to the pocket dimension, like I said earlier.
Sure. Let me double check something. I don't know if. Sorry, I just forgot something about. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think that arcane tricksters get ritual casting.
Oh, just at all, even if it says it's a ritual spell?
Yeah, you have to have the ritual casting feature. Sorry, it's under
Weird.
spell casting.
Oh,
Weird.
Like source.
Wait, so-
It's
can I?
because
Okay.
you're a casting based class. That's the whole reason ritual casting is a thing, to potentially prevent classes that are normally martial or just gain some ability in spell casting from being able to do something like skip spell slots, because they're kind of supposed to. I'll double
Okay.
check that, but for now, go ahead and mark the spell slot off, and if I'm wrong, we'll take it back.
Alright.
All right, so pocket dimension. So it's instant then. You don't need to spend the 10 minutes. So
The cat
guys-
can cast spells.
you can cast
You can
spells through your
cast spells
familiar,
through
yeah.
the cat.
Yes, you can. All right,
Oh, on that note,
All right.
I actually had a question
then I'm going to
about.
continue.
Can Connor cast spells through Colin's cat?
No,
No.
No,
but
it
can
has
I
to be more
cast?
familiar.
So does it specify touch range, or can I cast spells through my familiar's arrow that she shoots? Because that would be really cool.
That would be OP.
I just thought about that today.
Really OP.
I
I
want to
don't.
launch this arrow 300 feet.
I don't
No,
think
it-
so, but I'll look into it.
It's a short bow. It can only go like 60 feet tops.
320
But your
feet.
familiar can go like 100 feet away. And then plus another 60, plus the range of your spell. Means that you could cast spells at like 250 feet. That'd be insane.
Well, that's not. It doesn't work with. I think it's only touch range spells that work that way.
It says that
So-
the
The arrow
familiar
would have
has
to
be
hit them.
touch range, I thought.
Does it say that?
Oh, no,
If
no,
that-
no. It's a
if it-
spell with the range of touch. You're right. You're right.
Yep, with the range of touch. So only touch
If-
spells can be cast. And
But does it say that the familiar has to be in touch range?
yes, it does. Your familiar can deliver the spell as if it had cast the spell itself. So it has to
Okay, so
be
it
within
does
touch
have.
range.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just like you casting the spell in the familiar's stead.
Right.
All right. So as you guys start to kind of what's the marching order? What are you guys doing?
Me
So
and Regal
you
are
guys
heading
are
down the
going into the
hall. I think
hallway.
I'm
All right.
also heading down the hall.
I'm with
I'm
them.
staying
All right.
somewhere down the back.
Same.
And I'm
But
throwing
I'm
my
Alright.
continuing
down in front of us down the
So
hallway.
my
the
deal.
gnomes in the caboose. You've got sounds like Regal and Darian, since they were up front anyway, moving into the hallway. Then Davdak and Droden, and then Rosemar, and then the gnomes.
I'm not a goblin.
Okay.
All right. So you step into the hallway, and
Step into my office.
are you moving? You're moving the lights into the hallway.
Yeah.
Okay. You've also got Darian's torch. So as you,
We're talking like all the way down the hallway as far as possible.
okay. So as you move into this hallway, there's it illuminates the hallway, and you can see there's a number of, I forget the word, but places for torches to be placed. Thank you, sconces.
Are
Yeah,
there
this is-
are there unlit torches there?
There's a number of scones mounted to the wall, and yes, there are unlit torches there. Some of them
Can
look
I-
like they have been lit in the past. So
Can I attempt to light them with my torch?
sure, you get a couple of them lit, but it doesn't really give the hallway a lot more light, considering all of Droden's lights and your torch. And so you guys can head down the hallway. Are you guys just going for it? Just going down the hallway?
Yep.
Right now, you can
Anyone
only
want to
see
feel
this.
out those
I'm
traps?
gonna just look around, see if there's anything that could like
I
Tell
think
us-
there's traps, but that's none of my business.
I'm
Anything
going.
that could kill you.
Yes. As
Okay,
in, are
so,
there
like-
traps?
Regal's
All
already
right.
down the hallway. I don't know what you're checking for.
All right, you can check for
That is
traps.
true.
So
Regal
go
is
ahead
down the
and roll
hallway.
an investigation check to check for traps.
Uh,
How far?
and-
What distance can you check for traps from?
I mean, he can check for traps for his own safe being. I don't know that helps Regal or anyone else in front of him, but
All right.
you said investigation.
yeah, investigation.
Solid.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And all right. Wow, lucky. All right, so as as the gnomes like kind of chitter back and forth in the back in gnomish,
Gnomish.
yeah, you see you see as you're looking over the floor, you can see that there are you don't find a trap, but you find these like small slots just about like waist high, just kind of carefully hidden along the wall in amongst different
Poison darts.
sorry, I just heard something really weird. Anyway, there are these small slots
You're
along
about
the
to be
wall in small intervals, almost like someone went and made hyphens across the wall, right? And you can't really see anything in there. You swear for just a moment, you see like a flash of movement, but no traps so far. All right. So as you guys are continuing down the hall. So making your way down the hallway. Yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask, can I like go look through one of the slots?
Sure. Just give a perception check for my own sake. So Regal and Darian continuing down the hallway. Regal, you're in front.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. What's the best way to do this? All right. So Regal, I'm
Roll
gonna
to
need
not
you
die.
to make a dexterity saving throw as you. Wow, that was fast. As you.
I had it queued up.
Yeah. So that is. Are you proficient in saving throw? You are. So you actually get a +5 to that. So that's an 18. So as you are stepping forward and did you roll the perception? Yeah, excellent. So you see, looking at some of the slots, some of them are different than the others. Some of them are housing, or like housing it's a small panel almost, and you can immediately recognize this as something that would launch some kind of thing. And the others are actual slots that you can see back, and there are like small passageways on the other side.
Okay.
Yeah, and as you step on the on a small plate on this floor of almost like tiled stone, excuse me, it sinks in just like a ½ inch, and just as you like jump out of the way, recognizing
Backflip
the
gainers
shifting
out of the way.
in your step,
People the not Scott.
there's a like 3 darts go fink, 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 right into the other side of the wall and just kind of scatter onto the ground. What are you guys doing?
I was
hit the
close.
deck.
Yeah.
Not even close, baby.
Regal powers through.
You should be slapping your kobold back and forth across the floor in front
I
of you as you go.
But I don't want him to die.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess I'll check for traps as well, from what I can see.
Okay.
Just to get a second pair of eyes on there.
Sure. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Oof.
Yeah. So
Not great.
you've already found one. And so looking around, you kind of stop yourself and you check for other panels, and you find the same slots that you find kind of the same slots that that Droden did, but looking in them, there's a like just the briefest moment where you're kind of like, oh, what is this? And this like small blade comes slashing out from the panel and just like cuts right across your hand. So that's gonna be
Now you're like Anakin.
that's just
It's gonna be like
two
A damage.
2 slashing damage, yeah. For triggering the trap just by kind of fiddling with the slot. But you guys find as you both looking, especially with your role, if you're keeping an eye out for traps, you can keep making your way through this hallway, and you find that this hallway then twists to your left and then back to the right, and you're almost weaving around, and there's different small dart traps and like these small blades that just come shooting out from the wall, and you're mostly able to find them and disarm them with just the checks you found so far moving through these hallways. And as you get farther and farther, you start to hear this like scratching noise from the walls, and then like let me double check. Yeah. And as you're making your way through almost this labyrinth, there's this small, just barely padding of feet on the other sides of these walls through these areas you found, until you finally make your way and yes, and you finally come to like an open area, and this room opens up into a small, like almost atrium that's just completely carved out, and as you walk up to it, there's like a small threshold for this wall and then this room, and it has one door on each side of this floor. It's just a simple room. It's maybe 30 by 30 feet, probably 25 by 25. It's a little bit smaller than that, and it's just a cube basically, with 4 doors right in the center of each wall. One being the one you come into. And you guys come to this threshold. What are you guys gonna do?
I vote left.
I'm gonna wait to see what Regal does.
have you guys gone into the room yet?
I guess.
Okay.
Just gonna.
Yeah.
I'm just following behind where it's
continue on.
Can we see the whole room?
Yeah, you can mostly see the whole room between your lights, the torch, and the small amount of light you've created with the torches every so often creating the light. You can mostly see this whole room. And as you come into this, as you kind of like not quite step into it maybe, but as you start to look in this room, there's just these like runic scrawlings all over the walls, in this like gold scrolling text almost. And you enter the room and there are the 3 doors, and each of them has a similar small button lever thing on it.
Do I recognize the language?
Let me check what language is. Actually, let me double check real quick. I can't find your thing. You do not.
Dang it.
But Regal does. This is a yeah.
Makes
This is.
sense.
Oh, you do? Sorry. Yeah. Then So you recognize this is very ancient draconic runes, and it's a very basic form of the modern spoken and written language, but
So it's more
definitely draconic.
runic than actual like text.
It is text, and you can
Okay.
read it, but it is the same rules that are used in the most arcane spells and such. And it basically tells of the rise of a heroic legendary force that rose up and overthrew the status quo,
So
took
that's
down
definitely about the conclave.
the oppressors, took down oppressors of all kinds, and the defeat of this heroic force and their recoming of glory, coming back to defeat the surviving oppression.
Says we should go through door 2.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So Regal and
Oh
Droden
my
can both see that. I
gosh.
think that you're the only 2 that know Draconic. I need something that lists everyone.
Wait, Jordan, you know Draconic?
I don't. Well,
I
Oh.
believe I do too.
I don't know if I do.
I don't.
I don't remember what.
Shit.
Oh, I
Check
was thinking.
your abilities and see what languages you know.
In chat,
not
you
know
there's a little
Draconic.
window.
I think it's only Regal. I think only Regal is the one.
Oh gosh.
I
So
don't
we're going
see
through door number 2.
anyone else that knows.
If I
many
had
doors are there?
prepared,
3.
if I had prepared comprehend languages, I would have been really good, but oh my gosh,
Door number 2's not sounding too good.
he's drunk. Ignore him.
Regal's been acting a little strange today.
Okay.
Colin, have you finished a bottle?
I'm going through
Can
door 2.
I?
Okay.
Can
Door
I,
2 being left.
Insight check him.
Door
does
2
he really
from
say
the
door
left.
2?
So door
Door-
1. Door 1 is far left. Door 3 is far right. I'm going through door 2.
Okay, so right.
Just
I'm gonna
straightforward.
Just right in the middle.
observe from a
Does it
safe
really
distance,
I'm
say
down for
door
that.
but a
2?
distance I can also react to.
Regal, is that what that says?
I'm sorry, I can't hear him.
Yes, you can. We're all in the same room.
Right.
Oh no, man. So I'm running.
Wait, I thought you were taking some 10-minute break way back behind us.
No,
No,
that didn't happen. He can't
got
do that.
glossed over. He doesn't have ritual
Oh.
casting, to my knowledge. Yeah. So, go ahead. Regal, roll a deception check and roll
No,
insight.
I don't deceive.
Kellen. You don't
Tell them the
deceive?
truth. But I say we should go through door 2.
Okay, so
It's a very different.
Regal recounts the stuff I just said about the heroic force meeting the opposing, falling, and then coming to a day of glory in the future.
Are there any other clues in this room as to which door we should take?
Roll an investigation check.
I will also do that.
I'm gonna
Okay.
go up and run by and push all 3 buttons.
Oh my god.
That's my kind of guy.
What is happening?
Okay,
He's
what
getting
order
stuff
are you
done.
pushing the
Investigation?
button?
Regal
3,
has
2, 1.
forgotten himself.
3, 2, 1 being 3 is on the right, 2 is
That's
in the
the
middle, and
normie
1 is on
order,
the
Andrew.
Yes.
Okay.
Normie
All right. So
order.
investigation checks. Let me get these in first.
Yeah,
Who are you?
Oh. Woo.
Just out
I
of
can-
curiosity, how do
my
you roll
camera does.
checks or
Let's see how in
investigation?
focus I am and out of focus the background is.
Basically,
Kinda
any
weird.
any skill is if you go to your character sheet, go to the skills tab, and there's a whole bunch of these skills in here. Basically, whenever I ask you to make a check, more than likely it's going to be in here
Spencer,
unless
why
I
don't
say
you have a map for this room?
a map for this room.
He's
Because
Your imagination.
no, not because I was lazy. Although I probably wouldn't have made a map for this room.
He's trying to exercise your
because-
noodle.
Today was when I was making the
Peter's
map,
cat?
finishing the writing and doing all the DCs. But you guys are like, no, we gotta play today.
What?
That was all
There he
Andrew.
goes again with the you guys.
All right. No, yeah. So yeah, I don't have. We'll figure it out. Anyway, moving
My
on.
immersion.
Can you describe the room? Nah, I'm good.
Sure. Yeah.
No, don't
So
worry
there's.
about it.
All right.
All right, so
So,
Rodin.
Pushing the left button. So Droden runs in, pushes the left button,
Ring door.
and as
Did I
soon
not
as he
find
pushes,
anything, by the way?
I'm
Did
getting
I
there.
find anything? Oh yeah, that's right. He's just pushing them while we're looking.
As you guys are looking around, he pushes the first button, and the door behind you guys shuts.
All
Oh.
right.
Is this national treasure?
It's a good start.
Yes, it is national treasure.
The room starts filling
yeah.
with Nicolas Cage.
Need to make
And
sure.
so, let's see. So that 10, 22, and 19. So, Kellen, you don't find a whole lot other than the scrolling script across all of the walls. Orin and Rosemar,
Fleek it.
looking at the switches and looking at the one that Droden just pressed, there's one dot above the leftmost switch, and like a chiseled, like just a tiny divot right at the bottom of the switch, and then under each. Well, it's hard to say
As soon as I
because
see that, I tell
Yeah.
him to stop pushing buttons, and I think there's an order.
I think it's too late.
do you stop pushing
Probably.
buttons? I mean, since this kind of happened at the same time,
I
Droden,
think
stop
it-
pushing.
I encourage
If he's only
him
pushed
to be
one
Buddy
button at
the
this
Elf.
point, then
I literally ran by and pushed them all as fast as possible.
Yeah, I
There's-
encourage.
Well, how
Buddy the
close
Elf
together are
style.
And how
Okay.
big are the doors?
5 big.
The doors are like
Pretty big.
it's actually like a regular doorway, but it's like a double doorway, right? So you've got 2 doors on either side, but it's a single stone.
and are
So-
all 3 doors side by side, or are they like a few
could probably
feet
see-
apart? Or
No, there's one on each wall, right in the middle of the.
okay, so they're not super close.
I would
No.
imagine he probably got to the second one, maybe not. all 3.
Probably, yeah. I mean, he probably gets to all of them if he literally runs to each one. So as he pushes the first one, the door behind you guys slams shut, and you're now sealed in this small. And as he pushes the second, the
Oh,
whole
no.
room lurches
instant
for a
die.
second, and
We're dead.
the whole room like kind of shudders and sits and it hangs still for a moment before there's the this grinding of like stone, and after how fast are you pushing these? Are you like, no matter if this starts, you're gonna go hit the next one?
As possible. Yes.
No matter, even if like
You're
there's
insane.
All right, so you hit the third button,
We're
and
dying.
the stone, like, you hear this like grinding, and then it stops, and it's silent for a moment, and then there's more grinding stone all around this boxed room that you guys are in, and then there's another shutter, and the left and the right doors both open.
Which door do we go through?
So
Does death literally crawl from within the bowels of these passageways?
is this the Tomb of Annihilation?
Now you have before you 2 other hallways.
So
I have to go
Continuing-
continuing make this decision.
continuing my investigation,
I'll be back.
Okay.
were there
Y'all can make a
dots on the other buttons as well? And if so, how many?
Do the buttons do anything now? Or are they like dead?
They're like reset, so they
Okay.
can be pushed again.
So
Hang on,
we
let me
try
grab
to
my notes.
redo a new order and try to like think this through, not pull an answer.
There
It's pulling the Regal, I'll have you know.
Oh, sorry.
there is a there are so there's the on the
Whoa.
left
Can you
Fingers.
feel it?
on the left there's a single dot.
Okay.
In front of you there's like a semicircle with small lines jutting out from it.
Like a sun.
And then, yes, like a sun. To your right is a carved crescent. And then behind you, the door you came from, the switch next to it has like a fire.
Is the dot on the left door about the size of the
Sorry.
crescent on the right door?
Sorry, I apologize. Not a fire. It's a whole circle. I apologize.
Okay. Wait. So the dot on the left, is that like really small compared to the full circle?
They're about the same size. Sorry, a dot, I guess, is not the put it. It's kind of like a divot in there.
Okay, and then
I
the
just didn't want it.
circle-
I didn't want it to sound really big and like
Is the
everyone could have
circle
seen it.
empty, or is it a divot also?
It's empty.
Okay. So definitely got a full circle, an empty circle, a half circle with lines, and a crescent. This sounds like day-night kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Or
Got it
just
right.
like second moon.
But which one comes
Wait.
first?
Happened before.
Yeah. No, we're good.
There are no lines coming out of the
Which direction are we
circle
going?
one, right? Still in the room.
Think so.
Yeah. There's yeah, sorry. Hang on.
So-
I might
to
have
fill you in, Colin.
I might have the wrong notes. Let me fix
Oh
this.
no.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm trying to
I've
solve
been-
the wrong
I
puzzle
was
now.
writing this afternoon, and so I think I didn't grab my changes. Hang on. Okay.
There's a puzzle.
Yeah.
Yes.
We didn't charge down any of the open passageways.
Not that I know of.
No, we're not stupid.
Why have you not done that, Regal?
Debatable.
Yeah, Regal.
Okay. Yeah,
New
I
Colin.
apologize. New
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 puzzle.
setup. Yes, new puzzle. Same idea though. So there's the we'll start with the front. So the one in front of you
The
is
middle?
yes.
Okay.
We'll say north. Yeah, north, south, east, west.
Northwest.
So
And that's
north is in
assuming,
front of you.
That's assuming we're moving. We came in from
You
the
came in
south.
from the south and are
Okay.
facing the north. So in the north, there is a
Door.
yeah. So on the north, there is the hemicircle with lines still. So there's
Okay.
a half a circle with a line at the bottom and then small lines
Is
sticking out of it.
Is that full, like filled, like a divot, or is it just a line?
No, it's just like a line drawing
Okay.
it. And then to the south, there is the south is just a circle with no lines. And then
Still the empty circle, or
still the empty circle.
okay.
And then to the east is another semicircle, but instead of being above the line, it's under the line.
Okay.
And then to the west there is the filled in divot, but there are lines sticking out of it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. I'm going to.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna push the one behind us.
Okay. So the door's all shut again.
So the south, then east,
Okay.
north,
And then
west.
the stone starts shuddering as you're pushing these buttons, and pauses at each push and then starts shuddering again. And there's this grinding of stone as the room seals off, and then as it settles and you finish pushing the last button, there's a last moment of grinding, and then the door in front of you to the north opens.
That way.
Which way?
The only way there is.
The one Regal wanted. He was right.
But you can't just like open that door, so.
Yeah,
Leave
now
that
the
wall.
door is actually opened.
Onward
All
right.
and upward.
So,
Who
So,
wants to make the bold first move?
yeah, there's another emptied
Not me.
hallway. Looks similar to the one you guys came from, but it's shorter. It only goes a short distance, and then there's stairs going up.
I'll do it.
Ah, falling
All right.
here.
Back.
Perhaps we should let the dark elf go.
He can see.
Yeah,
me
someone
if
who
Why
I'm not
would I
going.
go?
I'm not. I can't see shit.
I mean, I'll throw my lights out in front.
I'll go, and I'll check for traps.
That's a good
Alright.
idea.
Hang on. All right, so go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Again.
Do what?
Tyler's leading our
check for-
expedition again.
Oh,
I think
What is that?
that.
Investigation?
Yeah, investigation.
You gotta investigation.
Investigated.
Investigation.
Have you invested in Gasons?
Can't say I have. No.
All right. Cool. All right. So going along, there's similar traps to what you've seen before. There's a small plate trap with some darts in the wall. Some other pieces. You hear some more the scampering of feet again. But
It's very
nothing
disconcerting.
of it. And but you
So
guys can
many
make your
feet.
way to the
I mean,
stairs.
after that crashing sound, I'm sure every kobold in this cavern knows we're here.
Probably.
Maybe they're toddlers, Connor.
He's got you there. I'm
It's
sure.
pitter patters, from what I'm told. It could be puppies.
Could be.
All right. And so yeah, no, you can make you probably hear 2 feet running through these small caverns.
Hundreds of demonic puppies.
Yes, hundreds of demonic.
Hundreds of duck-sized.
And you make your way to the stairs, and the stairs, as the stairs go up, each one widens the passageway just a little bit, and it starts to lead up into this wider passage. And you guys can head up there if you like, making your way up these stairs. You come into this large, much bigger. Well, it's actually probably
Is it tremendous.
It's not It's actually, I started to describe it as huge because I get this vision in my head and I'm like, it's beautiful and gorgeous and it's a big room.
But it was
No,
made by
but it's-
kobolds, so not really.
Yeah, kobolds. So as the passageway opens up, you get open to this almost like throne room looking, where there's
gosh.
this kind of
Get ready
pattern
to run.
scrawled across the floor of these similar runes that you saw before, just like all across the floor. And then you see as the light starts to kind of the torches and the globes. I'm assuming you're continuing the dancing lights through the.
Yep.
Okay, as they start to fill this passageway, you see these golden runes that have been painted or scrawled across the floor, and as the light kind of lights up this room, there's this section in the middle, this segmented stairway up, and leading to this like lavish kind of throne. I don't have a description for this, so I'm describing it based on my bullet point. This lavish throne that's sitting in the middle, but it's huge. It's not like a throne for a person. It's like this almost lounging couch type of thing. And
It's
as
a
the
Dragon sized.
it's more Jabba the Hutt sized.
So
And
small dragon sized.
as the
Not adult
light
dragon.
hits the
Either way,
hits
we
the rest of this cavern,
I run up and
These-
sit on it.
these
Oh, no.
hang on, and the gold runes just like as the light hits it, you see the ones as they're coming along the right, but then as it starts to extend into the rest of the room, they're just scrawled up and down and over the ceiling. They're all over this room, scrawled all across, and you see on this throne is this like kind of lithe, golden scaled dragonborn.
I don't do this thing that I was
Dragonborn.
doing.
Dragonborn?
Okay,
Hunched
no
over,
worries.
wearing these kind of like tattered robes, and he just kind of he stands up as the light fills the room, and
Oh my god.
these his golden scales glint slightly,
Do I see
holding
a tail?
this massive knife, no tail, as he
Oh,
stands up, and
Get scumbag already.
I shoot an arrow at him.
He probably thinks
I'm
that
glad-
separated him
Let's
from
not.
you.
and as
We can use our words.
as you guys enter,
There are no words for this scum.
and as you guys prepare for
Okay.
the oncoming, prepare for battle, start to
Guess
draw
I'll
an
die.
arrow. You see him draw this massive, gnarly knife across his arm as blood
What?
starts to drip down.
He's gonna
his
summon
arm.
something.
And he
Is
says,
it Gnoblin?
"I'm glad you guys have finally made it." And we'll pick up there in a couple weeks.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my gosh.
Oh no.
What is the season worth, Lily? Oh my goodness.
I told you we'd miss stuff. We're never gonna
I
do that.
think he sees the dragons, the Chroma Conclave, as liberators.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely does.
I'm betting he tries to murder us, so it doesn't matter.
That's probably a thing.
Also
Sorry,
true.
I really wanted to get up to and through that encounter, but it's gonna take a little while. So I think we should probably stop for now. I can get my notes in order, and then we can continue. And maybe we'll play. I don't know. We can